that when you Alt-Tab is what Alex calls it, PsykerHobbit. He says when you Alt-Tab, it does indeed cause the game to minimize, so it might look a little weird at first. Actually, here, there's an easy fix for that. We'll just go into webcam mode for a second while we deal with the technicals. But fear not, my friends, because we shall indeed continue with our quest to smite heretics and save the Imperium once and for all, or I guess that's kind of what we're doing in this game. Or I'm sorry, it's not a game, it's a simulation, because again, I am a Psyker, and this kind of thing is very real. This is not simply a game. What do they call it? A video game? It is not a video game at all. This is very serious. And I will treat it only as such. And that does include voice comms. So when it comes to talking with teammates, we will be very, very in character the whole time, as insufferable as that may or may not end up being. Okay, the multi-streaming has commenced. All systems are a go. Now, normally this is the kind of thing that I would leave to the tech priests. Usually the tech priests would be handling this level of wrangling of the Omnissiah, but again, I've inherited enough knowledge from Alex, from what the entity you know as PsykerHobbit, to keep the show running. Some of you might be a little perturbed by my matter of outfit, and you might even think, well, that looks more like the garb of a tech priest. Listen, when I stopped by the barracks, this was really all they had available to me, so we had to make do. But that's fine. That's fine. A proper Psyker, a proper servant of the Emperor, knows how to be resourceful and how to make do under the not most idealist of circumstances. Hence, once again, me having maybe a slightly less impressive staff, but you know what they say, it's not the size of the staff that matters, or its illustriousness, it is the force with which it can praise the Emperor.
It is fought in the cities and hives of the Empire.
And of course, tap into the warp.
In the back streets.
With that, my friends,
Sublevels.
let's go ahead and skip the cutscene. PsykerHobbit has told me that, yeah, most of these kinds of cutscenes we can just skip, because we've seen and done enough to get our feet wet in this game. Now, as you can imagine, since I am indeed a Psyker that is playing this game, we'll of course be choosing that as our superior class. Although the Whispers have informed me that there are additional, we'll say, challenges that we are to undertake before, if we complete certain challenges, we will unlock things called, the Whispers tell me they're called giveaway keys for this game, or I'm sorry, this simulation, so that others may play this game, experience the joys of being a Psyker and of praising the Imperium. So indeed, my friends, we are going to continue as the Psyker, but we're also going to work on some additional challenges. The first of which is to play through an entire match using only new weapons. And unfortunately, although the Psyker class may be superior in so many ways, we are unfortunately lacking in wielding the larger Orgrin deemed weaponry. So the Orgrin pickaxe is unfortunately unavailable to us, but the bolter pistol, a mighty weapon indeed, will do just fine in our retinue. New weekly contracts are available. Alright, so I will confess, the guy that we are playing as looks pretty badass. What I could do, and maybe, you know what, maybe we'll even do it for this evening. For this evening only, maybe we'll switch back to the more, we'll say, traditional garb of the Psyker. That includes his raiment, as well as his pantaloons. I'm sorry, yes, his leash raiment. I guess it's all the same labeling. Although I am, if I'm a little, to be perfectly honest, I'm a little bit fond of these striped pajama pants. They do strike me as quite comfy, but comfy is not the name of the game when it comes to smiting heretics and serving the Imperium. No, we must be steadfast and uniform in how we are dressed and how we carry ourselves. It is only fair. Must do these things properly. I've been informed that I also have unlocked some other things with our loadout. Oh, that's because we bought our pistol recently, yes. Also, we unlocked a new dueling sword. Now, I lack any blades, in person at least, so that, unfortunately, is part of the outfit. I'm sorry, part of my regalia that will have to go wanting. But in the sense of the video game, we can still appreciate it. And that heavy attack is nothing to sneeze at. Now again, us Psykers, we may not always be the most handy or even adept when it comes to melee combat, but when sometimes you gotta throw down and take care of shit. You know what I'm saying, boys and girls? So we're gonna go ahead and try this dueling sword. It sounds pretty... What does Super Hobbit say? He calls it badass. Seems a little bit pedestrian, but I'm on this website called twitch.television where the voices tell me I'm able to broadcast my message to the masses. So if it allows me to praise the Emperor in all of his splendor, then I suppose it's worth it. I will look at the attack breakdowns. Oh, that's too much detail. That's something for the tech priests to sort out. That's too much for me. What I will do is acknowledge the light attacks and the heavy attacks are just delightful. What is the special melee attack? It is a thrust, which makes sense because it is very much a dueling sword. Can I alter the appearance? The appearance, yes, I can. We'll give it this skull that Super Hobbit seems to be quite fond of. Now, although it may be me, PsykerHobbit, playing the game, but I suppose it'll do in a pinch. And it does look rather cool, I will admit. All right. Take another sip of our chosen beverage. And let us begin, my friends. Because, like I was saying earlier, we're going to... I feel a little bad for this. Normally, us Psykers were all about the Force staves. The Force staves, I suppose. Given that imbues us with additional ways to tap into the warp to smite our enemies with the greatest force possible. Although there is something satisfying about a sick-ass bolter pistol blast to the noggin for the bad guys we're shooting at. For the heretics we're shooting at here. So, although it is just for a single match, we will indeed be using only this bolt pistol. And I, of course, realize that this puts us at a slight disadvantage. Oh, here we go. Now we have the proper regalia. I wish I had a hood. I wish I had a hood, much like I am wearing in real life. But it occurs to me, maybe I could procure one. Perhaps I could purchase one to really get in character. Although first I must stop by the Shrine Pentanax. What does the good maiden, Sister Preen, have for us? Well, you see, Sister Preen, I have banished, I have hunted dregs, I'm here to claim some rewards. I've also, Hab Draco, I think that was the name of a mission? It's a little bit unclear to me. I have also, purged the unclean in the chasm. Yes, I have done all those things. Thank you very much, Sister Preen. It looks like I am, oh, I have already achieved this. Yes, I forgot to claim this previously. A new title! Ministratum Supplicant. And it has a slightly nicer ring than, what is my current title? Reject! I abhor that title. This title is much more befitting of a proper servant of the Emperor. So with that, there we go. Now we are talking business. Is something Super Hobbit would say. But I am not Super Hobbit. I am PsykerHobbit tonight. Oh, the voices. The voices from the warp. They tell me that a unique one known as Commander Farsight says to praise the Omnissiah. Now listen, Farsight, that's more of an Omnissiah. That's praising the Omnissiah. That's more of a tech priest thing. And I realize that my raiment may be slightly more befitting of a tech priest. But you see, when I stopped by the barracks for my outfitting, this was all they had in my size. Although I am indeed a unique character, I have inherited Super Hobbit's, how do you say this kindly? Diminutive stature. They didn't have much in an adult's extra small. But I take that not as an offense. Those that not even praise, but are able to tap into the Omnissiah's work, and the tech priests that manage them, they do a noble goal. So being confused for a tech priest, there are far worse offenses. You're in good company, Commander Farsight. I see why the voices of the void have told me that you're one of the good ones. Now, unfortunately, actually, no. Well, I could purchase this one. It's a little bit expensive. I wanted to give myself a hood to really be, to properly be in true form here. It's a little bit rich for my blood, but you know what? When it comes to praising the Emperor and having maybe a cool voice change this player voice, I think it might just be worth it. The only downside is that it's not as deep of a red as I would normally prefer. Is there a full regalia I could purchase? Not quite. I mean, yeah, nothing that matches the same blend of red, but this will do. This is a proper investment. That's what this is. This is an investment in being able to smite the unclean and purge the heretics properly. It is nothing but efficient human biology. You're referring to PsykerHobbit's diminutive stature. Yes, it is all... The smaller the stature, the more efficient the praising of the Emperor. It's only fair. So I will indeed purchase this Liberacis issue Psyker hood that is anointed. And not only that, but I will wear this proud new piece of headgear, and I will indeed display it in a way that only a proper Psyker can. Yes, now we are cooking with gas. And you know, I had something for this. Hold on, the voices of the void tell me that PsykerHobbit has been watching a lot of Archer, and that's a thing he says now sometimes. But anyway, one thing that comes to mind, I could wear an actual mask. Like one of those N95s that was so popular during the pandemic of the past couple years. Oh, but that would obscure the microphone. It'd make it hard for me to praise the Emperor. Now it's fine, it's fine. Okay, I think that is all the pre-planning we need to jump into our first assignment for the evening, friends and fellow fellow God Emperor praisers. Although I do need to raise the audio on these speakers. It's a little bit of a different configuration than what I'm used to on the void ships I typically serve, but it will do in a pinch. What I will do is take a quick look at the armory exchange. See if there's anything that I just can't live without, although my means are a little bit diminished right now since I purchased a really sick-ass headgear, if I do say so myself. Now, let's not go window shopping. This will refresh in 29 minutes anyway. We have heretics to crush, my friends. So once again, I am on a mission. And that mission is to, well, purge heretics and praise the Emperor, of course. But in the short term, my mission is to complete an entire match using only one of the new weapons added with the latest update. Now, again, those kinds of terms sound like the kind of thing that would entail a video game, but I can assure you this is very real. This is a video prophesized simulation that we're experiencing right now. This is just a simulation. It is not a video game. This is very real, and we are purging real heretics with real weaponry, I can assure you. It is very serious. And any doubting of this simulation is, of course, nothing but heresy. And will be tried as nothing but the sword. Alright, we have joined a noble squad indeed. This is my first time getting to use this sweet new weapon, and it is indeed quite sweet. I'm very impressed. Oh, egads, the fucking poison. Oh, excuse the vernacular. Sorry, the downsides of being in this PsykerHobbit's body is that I have inadvertently inherited some of his vulgarisms. Maybe not quite becoming of a proper warp warp user of my stature. Aiming down the iron sights. This is a satisfying weapon. You know, I think there's something to be said about psychers such as myself. Maybe we could perhaps use a little bit more of this kind of gear in our retinue. It's very satisfying. We have the bolt pistol, Farsight. You are correct, my friend. A proper bolt pistol appreciators in our midst. Thank the Emperor. Normally, I would be all about using my... Oh, we have some plasteel stash. My teammates will very much praise the Emperor for this plasteel. But normally, I would prefer to stick with the tried and true warp abilities that I know so well. But in this particular case, I will make an exception, so that we can accomplish what PsykerHobbit, it has informed me, is called the dares of the dare drop. Oh, egads, I realize I've fallen behind. I can't be letting our team down here. Let us quickly approach. and smite any fools who dare step in our path. What did you not hear me just say? I'm to smite you, you fools. Oh, we gods. Oh, I'm in a not good place, as noble Super Hobbit would say. Oh, dear Lord. Or, oh, dear Lord Emperor. Oh, this is a not good time. Oh, praise the Emperor. My teammates have come to my rescue. It occurs to me that it seems we only have but one human teammate. Oh, I am mistaken. I see we have more. We have more humans that have joined us. Oh, praise the Emperor. We are safe. This is not to diminish the abilities of the tech priests that have rigged up these bolters. Oh, I'm sorry, rigged up these bots. There we go. The tech priests did what they could with the means that were available, but you see the resources to keep these bots running requires great processing power that is not necessarily available to us.
Do you understand?
All right, we are proceeding upwards. Marin, we are to proceed. Here, I will provide assistance. Oh, dear Lord! I apologize for that Pox exploder character. Oh, I do run low on ammo here. I shall acquire this ammo pack. Having to manage ammo is not something that I'm used to. Usually I can just cast my warp abilities, and they are more than enough for me, but in this particular case, I have to get resourceful. There's usually not limited ammunition when it comes to casting abilities of the warp. Usually we can just let these things recharge on their own. But having to deal with ammunition is its own kind of headache. Yes, I will accept some healing. I did get rather battered in that previous little scuffle back there in that previous room. Let us not have that be the standard by which we take on these additional challenges. If nobody wants the ammo, I will take the ammo. And that fool standing alone, and this fool standing alone, don't they understand the power that I wield? It is okay, I'll put them out of their misery soon enough. I'll put them out of their ignorance soon enough. Send them to their demise that they so desperately deserve and want to receive. I think it odd, these chaos worshippers being so eager to perish at the hands of proper psychers such as myself, even though my psyker ability right now is just wielding a big gun. And for Commander Farsight inquiring if we will be indeed praising the Emperor for a couple of hours, it will indeed be for a couple of hours, my friend. We will be broadcasting our message of praising the Emperor and trying to navigate the powers of the warp. We will be doing this for a couple of hours at the very least. Trying my darndest. Oh, here we go. But Marin's got my back. Marin, praise you. Marin, you are one of the good ones, Marin. We appreciate you. And when I say me, I mean myself and the voices of the warp. Because that's the beauty of being a psyker. You're never alone. You always have the warp to whisper sweet nothings into your ear. Sometimes those sweet nothings are joyous everythings. Oh, bloody hell, I have to go through this fucking vape cloud is what Super Hobbit calls them. I know, it's a little bit of a... It's a bit of an unkind term, but I'll borrow it for the time being. You know, maybe this Super Hobbit guy's onto something. Maybe there's something to be said about this vape niche upon which he speaks so highly. Although I'm told it's something of a meme, is the phrase that they say. There's another healing station. I wonder if my comrades have passed it up. Oh, Joker. Joker, you're a real human, yes. Or, I'm sorry, not even a real human. You're a real, I see the hound's approach. The hound has been dispensed. You can thank me later. Oh, dear Emperor, I hear some noises of more heresy approaching. This door has been battered shut, bolted shut even. I realize now that Joker and myself are separated from the rest of our gang. Joker, we must rejoin our comrades. Joker, I'm moving ahead to rejoin the comrades. I would recommend you do the same, my friends. Marin, oh, actually, we're not that far away. Never mind. Marin has come to rejoin us. And Joker approaches. We must make sure to stick together. Orion, a fellow reject. Oh, no, I'm no longer a fellow reject. Yes, oh, that's what they was. They were looking for ammo and other resources. Very good. Very good. Appreciate you all. We make a fine team, this squad. Let us make sure we carry this momentum forward. I'm realizing now that it's rather hard to land those faraway shots when I'm moving. Snipers! The most inglorious of heresy. Smite them down with no hesitation. Give them a death that they so desire. Daring to stand against the Emperor. Hold, what is this? For the prison cell? Oh, bloody hell! Does hell exist in Warhammer 40k? No, of course it does. Of course it does. We just have different words for it. And we don't call it Warhammer 40k, this is just real life. I'll rejoin the noble Joker. Oh, but what is this? No, I should stick with our current loadout. Oh, but some plasteel. Praise the Emperor for this plasteel. This will do nicely for our upgrades that we so desperately need. Although I do look forward to maybe having a more capable bolt pistol. This bolt pistol is quite pleasant, but I could definitely do for an upgrade. As it is just the most basic and profane of bolt pistols. I've been told that PsykerHobbit, the one who normally operates this live streaming channel, is a fan of vulgarities. Normally that is something that us noble psychers might look down upon. And of course there are those kinds of psychers we don't even speak of. I of course refer to the unsanctioned psychers, using the warp in ways that are unapproved by the Emperor's light. We will not speak of such things because even addressing said matters can be considered heresy to the wrong if they were to reach the wrong ears.
It's actually not a bad choice. Strong wall, choke points, a deep armory.
The voices of the warp tell me that in this simulation, not video game, no, in this simulation we are experiencing, the character we are controlling currently was previously a convict who was imprisoned under the Emperor's jurisdiction. Now, it feels a little bit unkind for me to be controlling somebody who was previously deemed unworthy of the Emperor's light, but I can appreciate a comeback story, or at least a redemption story when I see it. So I will do my darndest to hold judgment as long as I can. Now, we are currently enacting what does PsykerHobbit call this? A raffle stopping is the term PsykerHobbit would say here. Oh, dear lord. The heretics approach. Fear not, my friends. I will keep them at bay while you sustain damage on the master of their ceremonies here. Oh, never mind. He has already been felled. Well done, my comrades. You've performed well. The Emperor blesses us all. Oh, but we are not finished. We are not finished here. Appreciate the assist, fellow comrades. It appears that the tech priests might need some additional work here. We're experiencing what PsykerHobbit refers to as frame rate dips, but that's okay. The voices of the warp tells me that Aleph, the noble Aleph, has joined us. Now, Aleph, you might be a little bit perturbed by what you're seeing right now. Cultist? Nay, I am no cultist. I am but a noble tech priest. I'm sorry, not tech priest. I am a noble psyker. For you see, PsykerHobbit is not among us tonight, but PsykerHobbit is the one that controls the live stream for this evening. So you may settle in, my friends, for an evening of praising the Emperor, listening to the voices of the warp, and enjoying this very engaging simulation. I know in other realms they refer to it as a video game, but I believe it is quite real indeed. Also, the voices of the warp tell me that Aleph has used a special currency to retrieve a nice award. Now, although I may inhabit PsykerHobbit's body, I only have traces of his memories, but I've been informed that whenever somebody achieves such a grand stature of this currency, he compresses this button. What does this button do? I can't quite read it. It's in a more vulgar, lower level language that I'm used to, but I'm implored to press this button. This is not a heresy button, is it? Surely PsykerHobbit would not lead me to such deception. I will compress the button and see what happens.
Nerd.
What did he just say?
Nerd.
I do not understand. What does that have to do with anything? I do not understand this PsykerHobbit. Although I may inhabit his body for this evening only, maybe. Maybe there will be more evenings, but for this evening at least, he's a strange, small little man. It matters not. He has guided me to praise the Emperor and to smite the heretics. And that is all I need to feel fulfilled. Sister Prine, what do you have for me after a bold and successful completion of that mission? We have gotten more of the, whatever this currency is called. We'll just call them highlights, I suppose. Yes, mind over matter. I am now the enemy of my enemy. Yes, we killed the explosive creatures. I have been promoted. And we've been rewarded most justly. Although with a uniform that does not sound very becoming of a proper and illustrious psyker such as myself. It is called a convict uniform. Although it looks quite nice compared to the one we were seeing earlier, I still feel I must hold fast to the proper vestments of an actual psyker. Thank you very much. Hence why I went out of my way to purchase this very dashing red hood that my character wears. I know it's kind of hard to see in the lighting, but you can see here, we went out of our way to make sure we are properly dolled up. Now, that being said, my friends, I will acknowledge our spirits are high, but our pocketbooks are a little bit lacking. We're going to go into another mission very soon, my friends. I did accept a new trauma force staff, which I will experience. Oh, I'm sorry, which I will experiment with justly. But first, I have to look at a couple of other things. Yes, here was the new vest we unlocked earlier, that we earned earlier, excuse me. But I will indeed stick with our current upper body vestments. We have unlocked a new way to empower ourselves. I will go for a toughness boost. And I see the voices of the warp have told me that a new friend has entered our retinue, the one who goes by Elgaso. Now, Elgaso, PsykerHobbit, although I may inhabit his body, I only have trace memories of what he might be feeling about your presence, but I feel you're a trustworthy one. I also feel that you are one that... the voices of the warp are telling me there's a word that Elgaso is feeling right now upon seeing this live stream. And it is, what do you call, cringe? I don't know what cringe is. Sounds like some heresy to me. But fear not, for I am a noble psyker, and whatever this cringe may be, I will make sure to shield us from whatever horrible heresy that might entail. Oh, another voices of the warp tell me that a time warp scan is being delivered unto me, or rather, I am to deliver one to you. Sounds suspicious. Sounds suspicious, but I am a psyker of my word. Here, let me go into webcam mode. Now, Aleph, the one known as Aleph, I will address you thusly. With a time warp scan, my understanding, the voices of the warp are a little bit uncertain right now. I understand that when a time warp is redeemed, that we are to be given instruction on what kind of warp. Well, you know the kind of warp I like. I'm a psyker. That's kind of my thing. But what kind of manipulations you would like to see? Because although some might be a little bit dubious of this sounds like something that a tech priest might be more suited for when it comes to the wranglings of the Omnissiah. I can assure you I am suitable and suited enough to handle this task for the time warp scan. Do you have any proper requests on the manner of the time warp? If you are unfamiliar, fear not, my friend, for I will provide a very brief demonstration. For you see, this is a popular filter or video effect on other broadcasting platforms. The voices tell me there's one called TikTok, which sounds like a rudimentary clock noise, but indeed it is a video platform, and it works thusly. A single bar goes from the top down to the bottom, and as it scrolls down, it locks an individual frame, and it makes it look a little silly, maybe even slightly chaotic and heretical. So I will avoid exposing you any further. But in a general sense, I can tell you that there's nothing to fear, my friends. So Aleph, is there a particular spirit you would like to evoke with this time warp? Is there an activity you would will that I perform within reason of what the Emperor dooms proper, of course? If there was something you would wish me to attempt, or something you would wish for me to, and, oh, also, I do have my trusty staff at hand. So if you would like for me to incorporate the staff in some way, I know, it's not quite as high-tech as some of the other Psyker staffs out there, but it will work in a pinch, of that I can assure you. So it is up to you, my friend, if you have any particular preferences. If you have no preference, I will invent one of my own choosing, but the choice is yours, my friend. Also, I will take a sip of my beverage while you pontificate on your options. Aleph has spoken. Produce a big brain with electric waves coming out. Well, I will do my darndest. That feels like something PsykerHobbit would say. I feel like his voice intermingles with the voices of the warp that I conjure. But big brain with electrical waves. I will indeed do my darndest to perform this adequately. Electric waves coming out of me. I will attempt the big brain, and you might have to use your imagination a little bit. I know it sounds like heresy, but trust me, it's fine. I'm a Psyker. You can trust me. You might have to get a little creative with the electricity, but the big brain, I think we got something for you, homie. Sorry, that was another PsykerHobbitism. His voice is a loud one. You've watched or interacted with PsykerHobbit. You know he's a loud, strange little man. But not me. PsykerHobbit knows when to nut up or shut up. So indeed, it is time for me to shut up and begin the nutting upwards. How did I do? Is that acceptable? Oh dear God, this is most profane. Oh, deepest apologies, fellow Imperium worshippers. This is the most horrible of heresy. Oh, quickly, I must capture an image. Not because I want to appreciate this horrible image, but because I must banish it quickly. I'm sending this to the most. Okay, I've saved us all. I captured an image, and I'm sending it off. I'm sending it off to be studied by the tech priest. There's clearly something wrong with this webcam. This webcam would only produce something so profane and so sinister. Deepest apologies, fellow Emperor worshippers. I know not what happened. I tried to conjure the big brain is all I tried. Oh dear sweet lord, I hope the Inquisitors don't come knocking on my door. Well, if anybody questions me, I have the alibi. I was just trying to fulfill the wishes of a fellow Emperor worshipper. I was up to no heresy. No, of course not. Anyway, I'm going to send this off to the tech priests, and as we all know, the best kind of tech priests are in, what does he call it? The Discord server. Here is what PsykerHobbit calls a hyperlink, is the word, to this Discord server. The voices of the warp tell me we have a channel in this Discord server. Well, we have. Well, my apologies. I have committed the most insidious of typos. There we are. It has been submitted. It has been submitted to the highest and most esteemed tech priests in the Discord server. This Discord server is where the most esteemed members of our community gather and discuss the most elevated and illustrious of conversation topics of diplomacy and intellect and science, and it never devolves into chaos or heresy. I must submit this image to the tech priests over at PsykerHobbit's Discord server for them to analyze and ensure us that there is no heresy on this computer, or on me for that matter. Oh dear lord. Or if I get exposed to that heresy of any kind, the Inquisitors will never hear the end of it. Or I will never hear the end of it from the Inquisitors, rather. Oh, I'm already tripping up my speech. I can feel the heresy taking hold. Oh, the only way through this, friends, is to purge more heretics. Now, admittedly, that previous mission was a resounding success. We completed it with not a single issue. However, it was only part of a mission. In the spirit of completing this challenge, I feel like I am implored to try one more mission using only the bolter pistol to make sure we're doing this proper. Because PsykerHobbit never leaves a task halfway done. PsykerHobbit believes in seeing things all the way through. So let us begin another mission, wasting no time, and purge more heretics before the Inquisitors start to question my motives. Still a little bit nervous about that rather chaos. I don't even want to say it, but the potentially corrupted image that was on our screen for a brief moment. I perished the thought. Now, mercifully, my in-game character, although I realize my visage obscures him slightly, he looks rather relaxed. If he was feeling panicked, then I would feel panicked. Master Coletta and Lucas and Ember. Indeed, some fitting warriors. I had what PsykerHobbit sometimes calls a beard hair in his mouth. They're most unpleasant and uncomfortable. Faulty synchronizers. That is something that the tech priest would be most adept at resolving. I will assist, dear comrade. Fear not, for PsykerHobbit is on the case. With my trusty bolt pistol at my side, and soon, dear friends, we'll have more than just bolt pistols. But we will have the powers of the warp. Oh, apologies. Apologies, noble Coletta. I did not mean to swing at you, or to shoot at you. The warp has informed me that there's this thing called friendly fire protection that this simulation provides. No, thank the Emperor. I would feel most guilt if I were to injure one of my comrades. And the esteemed... Oh, what do the voices of the warp say? The esteemed Moonspine has blessed us with our presence. Now, Moonspine, I apologize. You're probably... And in fact, yes, I could feel PsykerHobbit's voice among the whispers of the warp. He implores me that you're a trustworthy one. And that you're a dear friend of his. You might be a little confused. I promise I will take good care of PsykerHobbit's channel while he's willingly or unwillingly let me control things for the evening. Or you see, I am not just getting into character. No, I am a real Psyker for realsies, is something PsykerHobbit would probably say. And we are on a mission to purge heretics, and it's very real, I can assure you. This is not but a game, but this is a most proper challenge that I take very seriously, as does my noble squad. So I am PsykerHobbit, and I am in control of the evening. Oh, appreciate you, Ember, Lucas, and Coletta, most noble teammates, for waiting for me while I had to purge some extra heretics. Best for PsykerHobbit, though. We try to be considerate of our hosts. Well, the issue, you see, is that PsykerHobbit, he's a strange little lad, and, well, you see, he's been playing this game a lot lately, and I fear that he might have been tainted by the warp a little bit too much, and I feel that it might have warped his mind. So, while he recovers, I am taking over. It is a matter of precaution, you see, to keep our friend Alex is his name, I do believe. This is a precaution to make sure we keep him safe. I would feel awful if something were to happen to our small little guy. And I know what you might be thinking, PsykerHobbit, well, aren't you a small little guy? Well, yes, for the time being, because again, I'm inhabiting his body. Oh, egads. Who dares to challenge me? From a distance, no less, with these primitive bullets. It's an offense to me and everything that the Emperor stands for. Hold, please, I must reload. Note, for this challenge, I am only allowed to use new weapons, and the only new weapon I'm able to use as a Psyker, unfortunately, is the bolt pistol. So, yes, I will confess it is maybe not the most efficient use of my energies. It is one that I must endure for the sake of this challenge I am under. Okay, let us make haste and catch up to our noble comrades. We have another noble member of the voices has joined us. The one goes by Oni. Oni, I feel the voices of the void tell me that Oni is one of the good ones as well. Oni, I appreciate your presence, and I appreciate the voices tell me you are experienced with the manners of purging heretics and dealing with the manner of simulation we are experiencing right now.
Someone will find you another.
Somebody needs assistance. Ember, I will assist you. But as I was saying, Oni, I appreciate you joining us. Your knowledge is most appreciated in our time of need. For the heretics, you see, they're on the prowl. It is up to us proper worshippers of the Emperor to keep the evil at bay. Time to call the Inquisitor. Oh, Oni, there's no need for the Inquisitor. No, you. Egads. I'm in for it now. Oni probably saw the corrupted image that was on PsykerHobbit's Discord server. No, you see, it's all a misunderstanding. You see, I was just fulfilling one of his what does the void call it? The redemptions. As you see, I was redeeming somebody. It was a time warp scan, and it got a little out of hand, yes, and that was a close one. Okay, maybe the Emperor is testing. He's testing me, yes. That's all it is. Oh, Ember wants to disconnect. Yes, Ember, I'm with you, yes. So, you see, it was just a misunderstanding. I was just trying to purge the heretics, well, okay, it got a little out of hand, and it looks a little corrupted, but hey, you know what they say about looks being deceiving? Oh, now, is there a... Oh, I see this. I recognize this green hue. Can I break this ice? I need a proper icebreaker, not one of the corporate sense. Oh, it is unclear to me. I do not wish to go too fast, too far. Egads, does anybody know how to get to the secret here? I suspect there's something here. This green hue is very curious indeed.
Why are you leaving?
We're pressing the button. Oh, I apologize. We are reviving something? I was not paying attention to the objectives. My apologies to my comrades. Another redemption. Okay, all right. That is a fair ploy, Oni. We will leave it to the voices of the Omnicide to decide for us my fate. Or, I'm sorry, not my fate, for I am not PsykerHobbit, I am PsykerHobbit. For the evening, at least. PsykerHobbit is me. I'm the one running the show for the evening. But if you're questioning if PsykerHobbit should be the one to be punished, well, we'll just have to see about that now, won't we? Time to ascend to the core. Apologies for my tardiness, fellow teammates. Most noble teammates.
I do not care for your levity.
Which places you in abundant, if not necessarily discerning company.
I think Oni is onto something. It's only fair, though. We'll leave it to the Omnicide to decide. The tech priests... The tech priests will do their best to understand... To try to comprehend what is, Oh, dear Lord. Oh, what is this? What manner of profane beast is this? He has been felled. The bulwark has been felled. I can assure you, my comrades, we are safe. For now. 64 shots left. That is plenty. I offer you my assistance, fellow teammate. Esteemed teammate. What do they call you? They call you Lucas. Fine name indeed, Lucas. We must break off these ice clusters from the gears to allow them to function once more. Praise the Emperor. Things are working as planned. Maybe those tech priests are a little bit overblown. Maybe we can handle this ourselves. Maybe we don't need the tech priest for everything when it comes to technology. We can improvise. It's fine.
If you're trying to be a comfort, you're doing it wrong.
On to the next station, my friends.
A corpse, but to disappear into nothingness. Think of the mystery.
I do wonder if my teammates are perturbed by my, what's the word for it? By my proclivity towards the manner of the bolt pistol. I confess it is not typically a standard issue of a Psyker of my standing, but you see, for this challenge that we are enduring, for this challenge we are enduring, so that we may earn more keys, so that others may enjoy this, may experience this important simulation. It is what we call, it's what SuperHobbit calls his giveaways that he issues from time to time. This is one of his, oh, what are the voices of the void tell me they call it? A dare drop. Oh, pardon me. A dare drop challenge. To complete this mission using only the brand new weapons from this update, and that does include the bolt pistol. We need a battery. This mutant has been felled. Fear not, my friends. Alright, Coletta, I will join you on your quest for an energy battery.
No, beloved, I don't think it's a good idea for them.
I will confess I'm not 100% sure of where to go. Gotta be in here. I have found a battery, my friends. Joyous day. I'm sprinting as quickly as I can, although I will confess I have inherited SuperHobbit's rather short stature and his less than impressive ground speed. Going to, oh bloody! I'm working on it here. Oh, he has gotten it. Thank you. Praise the Emperor. Our teammates are most capable indeed. Picking up the slack when we were interrupted by these ghoulish, these deliverers of the profane. We must flip the circuit breakers. Yes, yes, indeed. I will do my part. Right after I purge these last couple heretics. Okay, hold the switch. There's a few more where that came from. Yes. Oh, we also have many friends. Oh, egads, I must go back to my teammates' areas. I'm in a bit of a pickle, is what they say. Oh, but this bolt pistol is most mighty indeed. Oh, Lucas, praise you for your assistance. I'm in your debt. Open the heat shields. I don't think this is necessary. There's some more batteries. We need no more batteries. Lucas is the most experienced in this manner of mission. I am in your debt, Lucas. You are a mighty fiend indeed. Oh, me, a fiend of the heretics. That is. My apologies. I lost myself for the briefest of moments. And I've received healing. Oh, blessed healing. Oh, not today, Dreg Rager. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, praise the Emperor. Thank you, Master Ember, for your zealotry. I'll make sure to put in a good word for you when our superiors ask for commendations. I only wish you do the same for me. We need to free more ice, or more gears from the ice, rather. Egads, this mission is a long one, but a worthy one, a worthy challenge for a psyker such as myself. "75 meters south of us." Oh, bloody hell. Oh, assistance is required of our noble teammate. Ember, I would very much do have some assistance, my friend. Well, maybe it's a little bit presumptuous to say friend, and we've only just met each other, but you know what I mean. Teammate. Master Lackey requires assistance. We must deliver it unto him. Lackey needs us. Lackey, in your time of need, I shall deliver. Oh, Lackey, where the bloody hell are you? You are underneath me. Where? I must navigate to Lackey. I cannot abandon him. Coletta, do you know how to reach Master Lackey? Oh, bloody hell, not with these things blocking our path. Oh, this is most not good. I am, how they say, up against the wall here. Don't need to reload. Oh, bloody hell, that's not good. Okay. Escape by Valkyrie. Oh, thank heavens. Or, I'm sorry, there's no such thing as heavens in this realm. Thank the Emperor's light. That was a what we call a close call. Praise you, Lucas has returned to us. I was fearful. I was fearful we had lost you, Lucas. Quickly, let us escape. Post haste. I will receive another dosage. After one too many close calls, Lucas has the right idea. We must escape post-haste. Colette and Ember. I do believe it is this way, my comrades. Yea, though we may be escaping by the skin of our teeth, our mission is complete, and that is what matters. Quickly, my friends, quickly, before the enemies become aware of our departure. Well played, fellow comrades. The Emperor's light shines another day. And with that, the challenge is complete, my friends. We completed not one but 2 challenges, using only a brand new weapon. In this case, it was the bolt pistol. A noble weapon indeed, and an efficient one, although it is one that is maybe a little bit out of my usual preference. But I believe PsykerHobbit in this kind of case would say we make it work, and that is exactly what we did there. Good show to Colette and Lucas and the third individual who performed admirably. But now, with that said, we have another mission. Or not another mission, another task. And the task is to follow through with Oni's redemption. So indeed, Oni, it is time for my judgment. Or at least, I'm sorry, not my judgment, PsykerHobbit judgment. If he is to be punished for the slight, we'll just call it a brief transgression that occurred earlier with the, how do you say, the time warp scan redemption. It is time, my friends. I will switch to what PsykerHobbit calls this device, this webcam. And I'm going to use PsykerHobbit's credentials to log in to this ChatGPT application. Now, normally this is the kind of thing that a tech priest would be all about, but we have no tech priest in this household. PsykerHobbit's beautiful wife, she goes by Gracie. She is more of the creative type, more of the creative fine arts. And PsykerHobbit, he might be more of a tech priest given his, what do they call it in this realm, the software development. But PsykerHobbit is not here. You only have myself, PsykerHobbit, and their noble hound, Bonnie, she was at my feet just moments earlier, but she went upstairs. I think she wants a snack, which is very sweet of her. She's a good dog. She's a faithful hound indeed. All right, fellow friends and Emperor Light appreciators, it is time for judgment. Onto this Chat GPT application, if that is indeed what we are calling it. Oni sharing no, the access was willingly granted by PsykerHobbit. The voices of the void have told me that PsykerHobbit has blessed us, has given his blessing for this redemption. It is to be done. It is to be done, fellow Emperor appreciators. Okay. All right, now is the time, fellow comrades. Let us see if PsykerHobbit, not me, PsykerHobbit, this is not about me, this is about PsykerHobbit, if he's to receive punishment, or at least purging, for the slight snafu that occurred earlier with the chat redemption. Behold, the text has spoken, and I will consult this with the tech priest, but I do believe, if my reading of this is correct, it states thusly. It sounds like you're referring to a specific character or user, perhaps in a game or community. Whether or not PsykerHobbit should be purged depends on the context and reasons behind the consideration. If in a game, if he's a character causing issues like cheating, disruptive behavior, or breaking community guidelines, maybe a temporary ban or purge might be justified after warning and investigation. In a community or forum, if PsykerHobbit is a user who is violating rules, engaging in harassment, or otherwise negatively impacting the community, similar steps such as warnings, investigation, although they do not say in inquisition, would be appropriate. If it's a story or narrative, is he a character in a story or narrative, the decision to purge or remove them would depend on the direction of the plot and the character's role. The Omnissiah works in strange ways, and the tech priests might have different opinions on detangling the meanings of these words. They feel at least to myself, the uninitiated, a tad vague and a tad uncommitted. But Oni, who is, in all fairness, an experienced tech priest in these matters, deems it a Super Hobbit to be purged. We'll just assume it's a temporary purge. How's about this? Super Hobbit, the voices tell me he will be on travels starting this coming Wednesday. That is to say, in this realm, we call that July 24th through the 26th. So we'll deem that to be his purge. It'll be a temporary one. He can come back afterwards. But from July 24th and to the 26th, in the evening hours, Super Hobbit shall hereby be purged from this realm for a minimum of 48 hours. It has been determined. Noble Oni, I know that decision pained you. I believe that Super Hobbit sees you as one of the trustworthy ones. I know you do not cast that judgment lightly, but and Super Hobbit will be allowed to make his case, perhaps on the morrow as well as Tuesday, is what we call in this realm. But for the time being, the Emperor's will must be done. You are correct. I am an impartial servant to the Emperor, as we must all be. And on that note, fellow Emperor appraisers, let us recommence this simulation. Now, Master Oni, if you wish to join me for some purging of heretics, I am informed that you are an experienced dispenser of justice and the Emperor's light to the heretics. If you would wish to join me, nay, if anybody of our noble viewers wishes to join, I am more than happy to indulge. Especially because, as you can see, Super Hobbit's he's at least leveled his character decently, but could always use more assistance. This Smidgen of Purge, I would welcome it gladly. And again, I would welcome it if anybody and everybody who is willing to join hands in the form of purging the heretics and spreading the Emperor's light. Now, Sister Prine, I don't believe you have anything for me for this evening, or for the time being at least, but I'll check in later. Now, Oni, the voices tell me that Super Hobbit may or may not have you as a, what does the voices call it? The Steam friends. Go into the socials. So, we might need to exchange credentials to be able to add each other. Now, Super Hobbit tells me that his screen name is fairly easy to guess. He has the, what does he call it? The voices say that it is brand consistency, and that his screen name on the platforms is called Super Hobbit. Appropriate, I suppose. Also, we have gained a bit more of our pocketbooks' volume back, so now we can maybe peruse what the options are. Trauma Force, staffs. What about these? More health. More toughness. Max health. Max health. Can I see the other ones? Oh, I have to go into this other menu. Oni speaks in a tongue with which I'm admittedly a little unfamiliar. He says it is Gabagool. I will just assume that is probably not heresy. Most assuredly. Oh, but it occurs to me, we have Super Hobbit probably has what he calls mutual Steam friends. Mayhaps I could add you through that manner, if all goes according to plan. Here, let me browse Super Hobbit. I know you cannot see what I'm attempting here. Let me go to the friends list of the one known as Alina. If her friends list is visible. Fie. The friends list is not visible. That is acceptable. What about the one known as Jet Dive? His friends list should be visible. Oni continues to speak in linguistics that escape me. Okay, you are probably not Sonic Pineapples. I'm looking for screen names. Are you the one known as Yuki on this platform? Are you this individual? Oh, hold on. I must go back to this page. There we go. As I do see a similar spelling. As if so, I can add you, but it is a private profile. I cannot view additional details, unfortunately. There are limits to what a non-tech priest such as myself can view. Otherwise, let me go back to this other screen here. The private messages. Oh, yes, I will indeed consult the servitor. Would that be in the Discord? Oh, I see. I have received a communication from PsykerHobbit's. What he refers to the Discord server, I of course refer to it as the voices of the void. Yes. Yes. Please hold, faithful. Please hold, faithful Emperor appraisers. We must complete one very brief action here. I see now. Yes. Yes. I shall. The invite has been dispensed, noble Oni. The invite has been dispensed. It should be. You should receive word of it shortly. Many thanks to Oni for being willing to join me in a improvised purging of this fine evening. And a request to join, I accept. Master Yuki in this particular sense. Fantastic. Yuki, I will not let you down, especially now that I'm able to use other kinds of staves. Let us go for our trusty Void Strike Force staff, since that served us well previously. 15% max health and 12% toughness. How much would it cost for me to do an upgrade of perhaps both? I could do both. It would be a fairly small upgrade. Perhaps at best I save a little longer. Now, Master Yuki, feel free to let me know if you require more time. Oh, also, it occurs to me I can probably use this, the in-game servitor to commence voice chat. That might be a little bit more convenient.
Heard the rumors, but who intend to sully my authority all the same.
Gabagool.
I do not have
Gabagool indeed. I'll confess, I don't quite know what that means, but I'm learning the ways of this realm, and before the evening is done, I shall hopefully be a little bit more familiar. Yuki, please feel free to let me know if you require some time to gather yourself, but I will be ready at your assurance.
Time to purge.
Time to purge indeed. The heretics shall beware. I can't help but think to myself, oh, PsykerHobbit's going to be a little envious. He's never gotten to play a game with you before. Well, I'm sorry, this is a simulation. He's never gotten to experience a simulation with you before. But I have, so I'm going to have that as kind of a one-upsmanship on him. That delights me slightly. Oh, that's heresy to feel happiness, though, and delighting in something. Sorry, apologies. Too much joy is that's work of the heresy right there.
Sus.
It is indeed. Is that what that's what they call it in this realm? Yes, it is the sus. All right, friends, we have a most likely team here. I promise not to let you down.
The heretics are brewing a
Most capable, that's the word I was looking for. Sorry, this new headgear, it's got this cool voice box thing. It's a little bit weird to adjust to.
Destroy the pathogen. The bad news is that it's all enemy territory, so it might get sticky.
Indubitably.
I mean, I'm not laughing. No, of course it's very serious. Well, you see, I'm engaging in what some might call roleplay as a character, but this is very serious. When there's heretics to purge, there's nothing, no time for games.
And the full line of sight. Bad place to fight a battle.
When the atmospheric field collected, the horse.
I mean, no, I'm not laughing. No, I know it's very serious. It's very serious. But I agree. The zealots.
The Emperor's skulls for the Golden Throne.
Yes. Master Yuki knows well. Yuki is aware. I'm a bit of a psyker in training here. I'm still kind of learning the ropes, as they say. I will do my best not to be a hindrance to the cause. Master Yuki, when was the last time you got to enjoy this simulation? It is rather enjoyable.
One Terra year ago.
Well, you've reached the lower.
Goodness, that is many moons.
Target neutralization.
Do you have a preferred class? Because, I mean, I'm a little bit partial to Psykers myself, as you can probably guess. No response from Master Yuki. I fear I might be trying his patience slightly. This is a little weird. I suspect he's probably not used to such dedication of purging of heretics, but I will not hold it against him. He's a fine lad.
I'll keep trying to convince
Hero throwing a parting gift for the heretics, as we call it.
You just need the firepower to go with them.
Oh, and the smite ability. I must not neglect this ability. It is a most powerful ability indeed. Oh, I'm informed that in times like this, it is best for us to, they call it crouch walking. It is a form of respect. Ah, this is a most blessed ability, one that I will utilize frequently indeed. Oh, apologies, I never actually finished him off, but he has been. Oh, egads! Woo! Oh, thank you for the assist. That was a little scary. Oh dear Jesus! I'm sorry. There's no Jesus in this. This is Warhammer. I mean, the simulation is very real.
I don't need you to put down our shield, witch.
And a healing station. Mercifully, I took no permanent injury. It just rattled me slightly. Yes, yes. This is a most satisfying thing to exercise. Let's keep at it then. I see Koro and Yuki have charged forward boldly and confidently. I wish one day to inhabit that same level of familiarity and confidence with this simulation systems, as we call it. All right, that heretic has been purged from a safe distance. Oh, the voices of the void are whispering to me that there is a kind individual on the YouTube channel named Oliver. Oliver, welcome. Now, normally this would be the domain of the one known as PsykerHobbit, but you see, he's tangled with the warp one too many times, and he needs rest. And in his stead, I am performing as myself, PsykerHobbit. Now, some would call this manner of a person such as myself taking over PsykerHobbit's channel for the evening. They would call this roleplay, but I feel that diminishes the importance of this mission I'm on.
Engaging multiple targets.
Also, I'm informed that the word roleplay might have some odd connotations to others. So we're just saying that I'm taking over for the evening. And that I'm purging the heretics and praising the Emperor's light in ways that only a proper Psyker such as myself can. But you see, the character we're playing is a Psyker. I'm sorry, not playing, there's no games. Simulating is a Psyker. Let's see, now where's that healing station? I've got the battery here.
Come hither.
Alright, I shall follow. Apologies, you recognize my screen name. I'm a hobbit. I've got these short legs. Oh, they may be short. The Emperor's grace is all that I need. Alright, power cell. Now, I realize we're all at full health anyway, but we have it as a backup. Ah, yes, a fellow shield enthusiast. I, too, am a fan of that ability. And there's an individual whose name...
It's a good offense.
Ah, yes, that is a valid approach to these things. We have a esteemed individual part of Super Hobbit's community, known the noble individual known as Doo-Doo Dad. Now the name may be a little bit vulgar, but I appreciate you, Doo-Doo Dad. The voices tell me that although your name may be slightly comical, you are indeed a proper and trustworthy individual. Your presence here is greatly appreciated. For I, tonight, am not the mere Super Hobbit that you know. I am but PsykerHobbit. Can I acquire the plasteel? Oh, fie. I can't quite receive it. It's fine, it's fine. I'll rejoin my teammates post-haste. Eat lightning, foul heretics. But anyway, so it is I, Super Hobbit, taking over the stream for this evening, this broadcast. Broadcasting my purging of heretics and praising the Emperor's light. Because you see, Super Hobbit took one too many exposures to the warp the last couple times he streamed this game. I mean, this simulation, which is very real. And definitely not a video game. So it is up to me to take over for the evening so Super Hobbit's mind may recover.
Switch!
Because as we all know, too much exposure to the warp can leave permanent after effects and may even prove lethal. Or even worse, lead to untold corruption. And we cannot have that. So it is I, PsykerHobbit, who is taking over for this evening. And so far, we've been performing most adequately, I do feel. A Grey Knight to purge the Chaos Demons. Master Oliver, I will confess to you that my knowledge of those particular matters is a little bit limited. For you see, Super Hobbit himself has only experienced a small amount of simulations in this realm that you call Warhammer 40k. So unfortunately...
It's fake news. He's a heretic.
Situation like this don't
Oh dear, we can't be having that now, can we?
A true
I
Grey
hear.
Knight would never announced himself as a Grey Knight.
Oh, yes. Yes, that's something to be fearful of, then I'm told, yes. I will confess, I don't think I know what a Grey Knight is, but they sound fearsome indeed. Yes, there are those that are more knowledgeable on what some would refer to as Warhammer 40,000. Although I am a real a real Psyker. And I'm definitely not role-playing as one, but I am very real. I will confess that I've inherited Super Hobbit's meager knowledge. Doo-Doo Dad wishes to be referred to as the Poo-Poo Patriarch. Doo-Doo Dad, your wish is my command. Or excuse me, the Poo-Poo Patriarch. It has a bit more of a regal feel to it, does it not? I could also see going as the fecal father. I know, it's a little too vulgar. Oh, that was most fearsome indeed. Purging these heretics from afar is a most enjoyable feeling indeed, but I must not enjoy myself too much, for too much enjoyment can lead to heretical thoughts and corruption. We can't be having that. This is not acceptable. I'll purge you from afar, and you know what? You get a special death. Through my sword, taste my blade, foul beasts. There we go. Yes, feel the light of the Emperor take over. Oh, hold on, I must cool down slightly. I'm getting a little bit overheated here.
no need to be snide.
There's a healing station here for those who wish to refresh themselves with the Emperor's light. Yes. Remain pious, of course. Poo-Poo Patriarch. Of course, I know no other way, my friend. My comrade in arms. Against the powers of heresy. They made them top secret, but plated? Oh, goodness. That sounds most noble and powerful indeed. A high thing to strive for indeed. Fully immersed, Oliver. Of course, I know no other way than to be fully committed to praising the Emperor and purging the heretics. Because when you're a real Psyker such as myself, Although some might call it roleplay as if a way to diminish it, it is very important. Oh, I fear there is a fearsome beast afoot.
Warranted.
I heard the battle cry of a most monstrous creature. Fear not, friends. I shall procure some supplies. Unfortunately, I was the Emperor's light did not guide me to any supplies. It was empty. Fear not, I shall dispense this singular affront. It sounds like there's more approaching, though. More empty resource containers. Clearly heresy is at work here. Oh, that's no good. That's no good. We can't be having that. None of those pox exploding fiends here. I hear the hounds.
Almost there. Keep to the pipes.
Okay, we are all unified. I'm trying to keep watch for those skulls. There we go. Yes. Oh, I didn't even the Emperor's light guided me with that projectile. I didn't even see that fiend. Praise the Emperor's light for allowing that to happen. We are to proceed to the fuel depot. The indicator tells us that we are very much indeed going towards the right objective. It is rather satisfying seeing these heretics getting purged in such an explosive manner. And again, I can't be enjoying this too much, for that can lead to heresy, but for the time being, it is a little satisfying. I find myself smiling slightly, but no smiling is allowed. Oh, Koro, I thought you in a not good position. Oh heavens. Oh, I'm sorry, not heavens. Emperor's light. Oh, Koro is safe. Thank goodness. Praise the Emperor. Koro is safe. I'd be lost without him.
Go there!
Or her. The portrait might be of a lady. Oh, Koro, fear not. We'll assist you. Oh, I see. Yeah, we have some friends following us.
Going on.
I must cool down. The warp was encroaching a little bit there. We can't be having that. The warp gets too close. It can cause some we'll just say unpleasant side effects.
Talking about me.
To join the Grey Knights, but it takes it. I imagine their stipulations for joining are rather high. The Ultramarines. The Ultramarines are a powerful force indeed. I wish you well in your quest to join them, Oliver. Their ranks are illustrious and enviable in many ways, but
the greatest tax collectors of our generation.
The Grey Knights or the Ultramarines?
The Ultramarines.
Oh, they have such a noble title. I would assume they were the most powerful indeed. But tax collecting doesn't sound as powerful, unfortunately.
That's heresy. That's what keeps the Imperium running.
Ah, you're right. You're right. I guess it's not as illustrious as other jobs, but it's still important.
And Lord Gilliman is the one running the Imperium right now. The Primarch.
Ah, yes, of course.
Of the Ultramarines.
Yes, that makes all the sense in the world. Oh, it looks like we're missing something.
Crack grenade!
Perhaps stronger ordinances to blow open the door. I'll confess I'm not familiar with this objective. Oh, I see, this way. Okay, I shall follow this one.
Go there!
Even though my stamina's a little lacking.
Check it out!
I see that objective point being placed upon the rat carcasses. Can I make this jump? Oh, not quite. That's okay. There's more where that came from, I'm assured. Alright, time to get near some teammates. That sounds a little bit loud and scary. But no time for fear when in the Emperor's light is what I always say. And Archmagos. Very good. Yes. All very proper indeed. must cool off a little bit. I'd say things are getting a little bit hot there. Literally because of the flames purging the unclean. I must say that explosive canister was placed very appropriately. No, indeed, an artifact of the Emperor's light guiding us all. Yes, indeed.
Yes, beloved, they are very driven, aren't they?
My avatar refers to his beloved. Now I've heard some refer to the warp as such. It's a bit much sometimes. There's an odd attachment kind of feel to it. It's not what all of us psychers usually recommend necessarily when it comes to having that deep of an attachment to the voices of the warp, though it is indeed rather intoxicating at times. But this is why we tread a fine line as psychers, knowing not to let the temptation lead us to corruption. The warp is fickle. That is an understatement of the century, my friend. Yes, indeed. The warp is not only fickle, but can be very... maybe not nefarious, but can be very... oh bloody hell, what's the word? Can be very, difficult to navigate. Can be not without risk. Oh, my apologies for my avatar's low stamina. I must have skipped cardio a couple of times this week. The audio settings, oh, did the simulation malfunction when you attempted to change the settings? I've been informed this game has what the tech priests refer to as bugs. The faulty, yes, because as we all know, this is not what they call a video game. This is very real. Yes, we'll have the tech priests investigate it post haste. We'll send a report back, and I'm sure they'll be able to sniff it out. Maybe they weren't using the proper incense when they were waving the incense in front of to please the spirit of the machine.
This is Hadron. Data stream.
Fiendish sniper. Not today. Somewhere over here, I do believe. I thought I saw. I don't know where. I think somebody else already dispensed the sniper. Oh! These helmet-wielding fiends are most disdainful indeed. Oh, dear heavens! I'm sorry, there's no such thing. Sorry, wrong mythos. This is the real realm where there's no such thing. There is only the Emperor's light. This individual dodging. You shall receive a special death indeed. Oh yes, the warp is unstable. Yes, a proper title. It absolutely can be. Oh, that is not acceptable.
Not yet.
Oh, that is also not acceptable. This is most dangerous indeed. I'll dispense a small amount of lightning, but I must cool off. This lightning is a little bit dangerous when my warp exposure is quite that high. You shall receive a fitting death, as shall you. You know what? All of you will receive some melee deaths. I need to recharge my toughness, I believe, is what the simulation calls it. I've been informed by the voices that if I accomplish more melee kills, then our defenses will be restored at least slightly. The incubators are halfway destroyed. We must continue to defend them. Ah, I've dispensed his cranium from his head. That is most enjoyable.
What?
Cover the Psyker? Yes, that's me. Yes, I could use some assistance sometimes. Well, you see, I'm a little bit out of practice. I'm still understanding how to comprehend the Emperor's light. Oh no, Eurus and Yuki require assistance. The cavalry has arrived, my friends. Fear not.
You are certain you installed the data interrogator.
Oh, brave. This painful flames.
Immediate attention, sibling.
There we go. Master Yuki has been restored. Although that flame was very unpleasant. Here, I've got something for this. I'll put a healing station down. Yes, I can feel the Emperor's strength returning to me. The Emperor's light guides us all, after all. Incubator's destruction is still in place, or still in progress, rather. Ooh, more of those explosions. They do cause some corruption, so we must indeed be careful. Oh, we can put a hold on this. Yes, proper teamwork indeed, my friends. Ah, yes, the glory of proper teamwork. Oh, that is painful. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, dear Emperor. Yes, glory to the Emperor indeed, my friends. Oh, another teammate has fallen, but only temporarily, my friends. This hound is not long for this earth. That was not quite intentional. I think our teammate has been assisted. I didn't actually see him get restored, but I will assume that all is well with our friends, our comrades, at least. There we go. Yes. Glorious cooperation towards the Emperor's light, towards the Emperor's mission, no less. I almost feel sorry for these heretics. Going up against such a capable team, it seems rather unfair, doesn't it? Or those that use projectiles, they thought they were onto something. And if this force field goes away, I can summon mine. We're not without options at all times. Amazed that fellow was still alive. He took a shot to the chest and then multiple stabs to the torso. One more incubator to be destroyed and we'll be all set. Oh, too late for him. He drew his weapon too slowly. Oh, that's not good. There we go. Oh, he was heading through the shield. Not today. All right, I must run, rejoin my comrades. Oh, not that way. I'll stun him briefly. Try to regain my footing here. You know what? I'm sick of this. I will take matters into my own hands. The Dreg Rager has been felled. It was a little bit painful.
Culminating.
We're not out of the woods yet, my friends. Oliver says they must rest. Of course, Oliver. I appreciate you sharing your well-wishing and your fellow praising of the Emperor. That is the kind of energy we need to counteract this no shortage of heresy. You bestowing your light on all of us makes us all stronger. Yes, well played, comrades. We are victorious. Oh, that is most cruel. That is most cruel indeed. I do believe we are short 5, what do they call them? Experience quantums for our next rank increase. This lacking of a promotion is a little bit it feels a little bit unfair, but no, the Emperor works in mysterious ways. I can't complain too much, I suppose. A good show, team. We did well. We all did well. Now, the good news is I do believe I'd still at least accomplished some of Sister Prine's, what do they call them? Side quests? We'll have to check in with her and see if there's more things to claim. It also occurs to me, I wonder if we should go up a difficulty rank, but maybe I shouldn't get too overconfident. And yes, sure enough, we'll stop by and see what Sister has for us. I sometimes forget the name of the station. It is called the Shrine Pentatax. Yes, of course, of course. How could I forget?
Not your friend.
Looter.
Stand in his way,
That is
and he
an
will
acceptable
crush you.
bonus indeed. There's more things to unlock, more things to achieve. Some of which offer some very enticing rewards indeed.
Light comes from within.
And what did I achieve? I unlocked a something called a combat axe. It does look rather enjoyable. But this dueling sword is rather satisfying as well. Unchained hits. That sounds pretty cool as well. Oh, unfortunately, it sounds like Oni is being roped into the same issues that one of our comrades saw earlier. Oni will make sure that the tech priests do what they can to address this shortcoming. I'm sure this machine spirits just need some massaging. The voices of the warp tells me that another Emperor praising individual has joined us on this YouTube channel. Praise be to you, Alexis. Welcome. And I hope your evening is going well and your heretic purging has been most efficient. We are continuing this simulation. Some of you call this a video game, but we all know this is a simulation. And normally there's an individual named PsykerHobbit who runs the channel, but tonight it is me, PsykerHobbit, that is performing in his stead. PsykerHobbit received one too many exposures of the warp, and well, you see, I am running the show in his stead while his mind recovers. As we all know, too much exposure to the warp can lead to, would say, unsavory side effects. It is in his best interest that he rest up, so that way on the morrow, he'll be able to properly praise the Emperor in his full capacity. Although, if things don't go well, perhaps PsykerHobbit, myself, that is, might return on a later date. But for now, this is just for this evening. Running the show in PsykerHobbit's stead. Now, there is a more pleasurable bolt pistol that is tempting, rather. We saw these same two, what do they call these? Curios earlier. But sadly, no voice staffs that get my attention. Let's check in to see if Oni, or Yuki rather, is back at it again. Previous missions. Yeah, it shows him as offline. Oh, never mind. We are victorious. We are most victorious. All right, Yuki. I'm in no rush. Take all the time you need to ready yourself for our next combat session. And Anti-Jack, another member of the Imperium, has joined us. Anti-Jack, your voices from the void are ringing loud and clear. The tech priests. Oh, the audio failure. Yes. Time to purge indeed. Anti-Jack, were you the kind individual who joined us in the last mission? Because we had a very proper team with us on that journey. If you would like, you'd be more than welcome to join us again. I would happily welcome you in our retinue for this next purging, if you would like to. But there is no pressure, of course, because I recognize it is late. I would enjoy that absolutely. If it is okay with you, if it's okay with you, Oni, I'm going to invite.
Time to purge.
Yes, I will. Here, let me get Anti-Jack in here. He performed admirably in the previous mission. I say he's done for another round. Let me go for previous missions. You were the one known as... Were you Chloro? Although it shows you were as offline. You were probably... Oh, you were Coletta! Yes. Yes, you were the one known as Coletto. Oh, no, I'm sorry. You were Chloro. Yes. Here. Alright. Okay, yes. Anti-Jack is restarting, yes, the simulation. Yes, he will be with us shortly. Alright. This is most enjoyable, having more proper and adept Emperor Imperium members here to join us. A most glorious day indeed. For the glory of the Cadia, of course. Of course, Anti-Jack. I appreciate your candor and your enthusiasm. It helps to offset this pesky heresy business that keeps coming back up. First, I will send you a what they call in this realm as a friend request to have you added to our retinue here. And once that has been completed, then I'll be able to send you an invite to our strike team. Ah, yes, strike team. I like the sounds of that. Has a very bold and brazen feel to it, I would say. Very much worthy of the Emperor's light. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to hydrate myself. Speaking in this manner is very important, but it also is a little bit draining on what Super Hobbit calls the vocal cords. Invite to strike team. It has been sent, my friends. Most glorious day. Koro has accepted our invite. I shall indeed search for a mission worthy of our squad. And many thanks to the one known as Moonspine. You have been a very enjoyable, Emperor-praising individual to have around. I appreciate you. Have good restful slumbers, comrade, and we'll see you on the morrow, or maybe at some point in the future, rather. All right, I am ready. Terra, I can't help but admire that rather dashing mask you have. That is very fitting. And Master Vorak has joined us, a fellow Psyker, yes indeed. Us Psykers, we gotta stick together. It's a strange place out there, you see. Am I a sanctioned Psyker? Of course. Of course, Farsight. Those unsanctioned Psykers, even when they mean well, they can be conduits of heresy. Super Hobbit is communicating to me through the warp, and he tells me that he has experienced another simulation in this realm, one of the Rogue Trader, where an unsanctioned Psyker caused multiple moments of, we'll just say, challenging moments that border on heresy. He has seen all too well the dangers of the unsanctioned Psyker. 1,000 Psykers a day, sacrificed to sustain the God Emperor. Now, I recognize that is controversial, yes. But you see, the glory of the Emperor trumps all other needs. If 1,000 Psykers are what is required, well, be that as it may, that is what is necessary to carry on the Imperium. And if I am someday chosen to be one of those 1,000 Psykers a day, sanctioned Psykers a day, to keep the Emperor running, well, I seem to be coming down with a cold. I might have to take a sick day on that, if that were to come up. But I can assure you, I think it's very serious and very real.
They're my favorite.
Yes, I'm with you, Yuki. It must be done. It is an unpleasant and unfortunate circumstance, one that none would wish on anybody. But it is very real and very, very dire indeed. Blood for the Emperor and skulls for the Golden Throne. This is how the wars must be waged, and this is how the heretics must be purged. There is no other way, I fear. Although it is most unpleasant. I mourn for those affected by the Psykers that must be sacrificed on a daily basis. But those that mourn must know that it is for the greater good of the Imperium, you see.
There is no mourning, it is a great honor.
Yes, those that must be sacrificed to keep the Emperor running. It is a most unpleasant thing to experience, but it is for the greater good.
They'll be deeper in if I know.
The honor that it bestows on the families is most great. I hope there are none that would get the wrong idea and think it ill of the Emperor for such things. Those kinds of things can lead to heresy. We can't be having that now, can we? The greater good? Well, I mean, maybe there's other ways to phrase it, but for the good of the Emperor, at least, the Imperium even, for the good of mankind. Oh, I thought that was a villain. My mistakes. That was no villain. That was Master Vorak, who's doing a upstanding job of keeping things running. There's a ranged individual about. Not anymore. Not anymore. There's not.
I'll save you.
Oh, that was the wrong button, but that's okay. It was a happy accident. There we go. Yes, Vorok with the assist, using that cooperation to the greatest of and most efficient of good. Now I will confess I'm a little bit my knowledge of the Tao is a little bit lacking. Is sacrificing for the greater good something that the Tao also believes? Because, well, you see, this seems like the kind of thing that the Imperium is also down for. Having to make unfortunate but very real and very proper decisions for the betterment of the Imperium. Sounds like we have something in common, you see. Yes, smite him properly. Actually, that's what I'm doing. I'm smiting. That's the name of this ability. Yes, although I may be a proper and sanctioned Psyker, I will confess my knowledge of non-Psyker-like things might be slightly lacking. I slacked off a little bit in my classes in the academy when I was learning the history books. It is not anything of ill intent. I was just, well, you see, I was sick that day too. I had a lot of sick days back in the academies. But I was definitely present and very enthusiastic for all of learning of the warp and learning how to bend it to my will.
I don't believe it. It's actually...
And the voices of the warp tell me that a new voice has joined us. One of the noble, he calls himself Wu. Well, Wu, I appreciate you joining in. You might be a little bit confused as to what's happening right now. That is okay. That I can assure you there's no heresy afoot. It is just me, PsykerHobbit, taking over the show for this evening. For you see, SuperHobbit, he received one too many exposures to the warp, and, well, as we all know, that can cause some unsavory side effects. So I am here to protect and here to run the show in his stead. It is PsykerHobbit, to keep things running. So for this evening, you have me to tangle with. I promise to make it worth your while. Oh, dear heavens. Or, I'm sorry, there's no such thing as the heavens in Warhammer. This is just the Emperor's Light. Whoa, the Emperor's Light. There we go. We brought it back together. So for this evening, you have PsykerHobbit, myself at your service, and we are experiencing a most dire simulation. A very real simulation indeed.
Watch out! Runner!
Have we acquired all the ciphers? Nearly. We nearly have. SuperHobbit versus Mike Tyson. Oh, that is the most amusing comparison, Master Farsight. But I can assure you, SuperHobbit, the fellow you all know and love, he is oh, how do I say this nicely? He is not of the most impressive stature. I suspect that Tyson would emerge victorious in a matter of seconds at most. Oh, you probably know SuperHobbit is just as much as I do. He means well, but he's a small and rather frail and easily scared lad, for I fear he would soon soil his britches before facing down such a master of physical combat such as Master Tyson. It would not go well in SuperHobbit's favor. He would wilt rather quickly. He would what do they say in this realm? Fold like a lawn chair. It's okay. He means well. He would try his best. And that's all any of us could hope. Oh, just more grenades. Grenades do me no good, unfortunately. Do the warp powers, what does Farsight say, tingle your dingle? Well, I can only assume that you mean, a certain vernacular by that phrase. Well, I can assure you, the only dingle that I feel gets tingled, the only thing that tingles my dingle is the warmth of the Emperor's light shining down upon me. In fact, sometimes when the time is right and the hour is late, sometimes the Emperor's light shines upon me in such a way that I feel a great warm release, so to speak, of pure piety, of course. I'm of course referring to piety. I'm referring to the surging, bulging energy that comes from the pride of the Emperor's light shining through. I can assure you, it is the most joyous and pious energy, and it is nothing vulgar. I can assure you. The warp could tingle your dingle. I can assure you the warp offers... I mean, you have to be careful. That sounds like corruption to me. That could be misconstrued as heresy. I can assure you, if anything, whatever this dingle gets tingled, whatever that means, I can assure you that it is of the most up... what do they say? On the up and up variety. Oh, actually, I will... No, I will take this. Yes. The bulging energy. Yes. It surges through me. In a most proper and stiffening of way, of course. But it's very serious and very real. Much like the Emperor's light guides us all. Oh, Jesus! I'm sorry, I don't mean Jesus, I mean the Emperor. Sorry, I sometimes borrow some of Super Hobbit's vernacular. By accident. For you see, I'm inhabiting his body, and I share some of his voice, some of the voices in the void call out to me from his voice in particular. So sometimes I let slip with, we'll just see, one of the things he would say.
Medicaid station.
We have found a healing station. We have an elevator. Here we go. Master Vorok approaches. All right, my friends, into the elevator so we may continue this purge. Let me take a look at my standing here. So I have an ammo pack. This ammo pack benefits me not.
I do apologize if we're boring you, Lord Melk.
All right, friends. If you find yourself in need of ammunition, I found myself an ammo pack earlier, so feel free to let me know if you would like some munitions to bolster your resources. I have no need, for I just have the warp and my staff. These munitions mean nothing to me personally, but they can affect the greater good.
Hidden by the God Emperor.
I will highlight this for others who might be able to appreciate it. At the plasteel, yes. Yes, praise the Emperor. We could always use more of those resources. The mannerisms of my host. Well, you see, this kind of thing of temporarily inhabiting someone else's body. It's a new form of warp wrangling. You see, it's not a standard operating procedure. Whoa! Okay, I've landed. I'm safe. It's a bit of a non-standard way to utilize the warp, but it is very safe, probably. And it means I sometimes receive messages of Super Hobbit's variety that is the loudest of all the voices of the void.
I think I'd like to wake up now. Oh, if only it were that easy.
I hear my avatar wishing to awaken from what he presumes to be a nightmare, but I can assure you this is very real. I can assure you this is all very real. Others might say, nay, this is but a video game, but I can assure you this is no game. What you call this Warhammer 40,000 is indeed a very real thing to those of us who properly worship the Emperor. We take it very seriously. There are no games here. The fate of the universe rests on the balance. It is very serious. Is Super Hobbit a creature of the void? Well, this amuses me because Super Hobbit is he's an odd fellow. I wouldn't quite use the word creature, although maybe sometimes I can hear some of the things that he would normally say or think in certain situations. He sometimes, I mean, he means well, but sometimes he says odd things. Another voice has joined us from the void, by the way. Welcome to Master Scorchlogman. Scorchlogman. Yes, there we go. Scorchlogman. Apologies, Master Logman. I'm a little unfamiliar with this thing that Super Hobbit does, called live streaming. Super Hobbit's not in for the evening. I'm covering for him. For you see, it is I, PsykerHobbit, that is running the show. And I am, you see, this is very real. This is not a video game, but a simulation, and the avatar I am inhabiting is most just indeed. So I'm covering for Super Hobbit for the night because he's been exposed to the warp one too many times. And it is I to cover for him while he recovers, because as we all know, too much warp exposure can lead to dark and horrible things. So it is for Super Hobbit's best that I cover things while he's recovering. Master Vorok, I've got you covered, my friend. I must ensure Vorok's safety. Proceed through the... Actually, was that for a healing station? It's unclear to me. Oh, here we go. Let's join up with Terra. That's our friend Yuki.
Doggies.
I hear the hounds approaching. Also, Master Vorok has found an energy cell. Do we have need of this energy cell? I don't see an objective for it. It might just be for a healing station. It is unclear to me. Yeah, it might not be necessary. We might be able to go without for the time being, my friends. There'll be more where that came from, of course. It's the only... Yes, exactly, Farsight. Farsight is one who understands these things. Farsight is quite knowledgeable in the nature of this realm. He knows what the warp is capable of, and he knows what forms of corruption it can cause. It can inadvertently inflict upon the those who are unprepared for its guidance. Master Vorok, come. We are to proceed this way through the brewery.
Alone? I don't like being alone.
Oh, now this looks more like a coliseum than a brewery. Which reached the market area. Okay. All right, I will follow. Oh, I heard some rather questionable noises. Here we go. Yes, I believe Vorok is joining us. Good. Good, good. We are strongest when we're together. Master Vorok, here, I shall provide assistance. Vorok is safe. Oh, but a fearsome beast approaches. Yeah, we are united once again. Ah, yes, I see it. The warp guides me. Yes. Well, more of the idols have been destroyed. Oh, thank the Emperor. That gets us one step closer towards redeeming this foul Earth. Or actually, no, we're not on Earth. Whatever this planet is called. Ouch. There we go. What's an Earth? Exactly. I apologize. Yeah, it's an antiquated term. Terra, yes, yes, exactly. As is the name of our illustrious zealot.
Place of the Emperor, of which I was
named. Yes, indeed, yes. Thank you for understanding. My musings can sometimes be misunderstood. And it sometimes makes people fearful. I'm told PsykerHobbit, you're not fun at parties, and I can assure you I can be a true delight, but sometimes I end up rambling about the glory of the Empire. It's a bit of a buzzkill, you see.
Target confirmed.
I'm investigating these resources. Yes, yes, indeed.
Don't worry about being picky. I'll take any untainted stems.
And the healing station. Master Vorok could probably use for some healing. He received a bit of some unpleasant energy earlier. Oh yes, the healing station. A good call, Master Coral.
If you don't watch your tongue.
Oh, I fear this sound. Actually, what am I saying? There's no fear when I'm in the Emperor's Light. Here, I'm placing the shield down. It'll offer some protection for a bit. Ha! I laugh at the... Oh dear! Oh dear Emperor's Light. The flames encroach upon the shield. I was overconfident. The shield was a little bit on fire, yeah. Oh heavens! Or I mean, Emperor's Light. Alright, that's it. Time for some lighting. We call crowd control. Oh, there's a sniper in our midst. Most horrid of creatures. The sniper has been dispensed. Not a moment too soon. I'm putting another shield down. This place is, what do they say? It's getting a little bit hot. heating up. Master Terra is performing most adequately out on his own. It must be rather dangerous out there. That's why we brought him. He's a professional. About halfway through this roof opening. It's taking its sweet time, isn't it? Emperor's Light, if this thing would go a little faster, but, well, he does what he can.
Reaching the Empyrean!
Oh, here we go. Yes. Yes, beautiful. Sniper spotted. Not for long, though. Best of Rock, fear not. Oh, it looks like you're good. Good. Yes. I thought you had been knocked asunder. Still slowly opening. Still the gaping maw of this device could not be careening open any slower. How many more healing stations are left in this healing station? There are none left. Means we must be careful. The minute I see more projectiles go down, I'm going to put more... You know what? I'm doing it now. Putting another shield down. We have more gunners coming. Time for some melee combat. Just spice things up. Oh, apologies, Vorak. I thought you were a villain. You are anything but. You're a fellow noble... a noble psyker such as myself. I'm curious what this special attack does and how it plays in the field. Oh, the door is almost open.
That's it. It's time to signal the extraction team.
I'll put down another shield. Been very helpful here. That's a pretty cool attack. That's pretty cool. I like it a lot. Although, let's do what we do best here. And smite thine enemies. Yes, yes, the glories of proper cooperation.
Taxi 66 kill.
Actually, I don't think there's any villains near us. Ammo? Ammo has been dispensed, my friends, of course. This fool, trying to best me in melee combat. I admire his moxie. It's not gonna be enough for him. Oh, fie. Get these demons out of here. There we go, yes. Most glorious indeed. Now, speaking of fearsome creatures and fearsome beasts, I feel the... Oh, sniper, for one thing, I do fear that, yes. I will place one more shield. I believe we should be good after this. But anyway, yes, I feel the creature at my leg. In real life, that is, I feel a creature at my leg. It is one that PsykerHobbit refers to as a kitty cat. She is the creature known as Shayna. She approaches and she beckons. She beckons most verbally. In fact, it's very obvious and loud when she requires assistance. She is not known for her subtlety, this Shayna creature.
I know.
Oh, there must be another beast lurking somewhere. Oh, I see one up top. It'd be nice if it would point out that... Here we go. Yes. Yes.
Mad as hell. Good work.
And Hyverrhythm, another voice joins us. Hyverrhythm, welcome. I appreciate you being here. Helping us with... Oh, whoops, I went the wrong way. My mistake. Helping us with praising the Emperor and purging the heretics. Here we go. It's got to be up this way. Yes. Yes, this gate is open. I see it. Yes. Now we are set. Hyperrhythm asks about that alt attack. Yes, it's quite nice. Here's the alt attack. It is a very satisfying stab attack. Now, I don't know if it's any better than the held stab attack, but I will accept it. Now, do I have to place a marker down? I think we just wait. Master Terra, of course, demonstrating his prowess. It's pretty nice. Hello, Master Shayna. Yes, I see you've joined us. Now, normally, I'm a little bit dubious of creatures. Creatures such as this just making themselves welcome. Where I come from, we're a little bit, it's a little bit worrisome when a beast such as this makes itself known, but she seems harmless enough. And welcome to Johnsome. You are the one known as Joy. According to Super Hobbit's voice that I'm receiving. She is a wee lass. She is rather small. She is rather small and a little bit demanding. Johnson says she is a baby. I've been informed that Shayna is minimum 18 years old, which for a Terra feline is quite aged. But she is a what Super Hobbit refers to as a good girl. I'm implored to believe him. The damage of the... Yes, I wondered that too, Hyperrhythm. I appreciate you acknowledging that too. I thought maybe I just missed it. It says that it can stun, and I don't doubt that, but I do not know what kind of damage it offers. It seems to be somewhere in between the heavy attack and the medium attack. Oh, by the Emperor's Light, I've been summoned to the Strategium for what some would call a cutscene. I shall rejoin momentarily. Oh, and thank you to Oni for joining us for some glorious purges. Oni, I appreciate you lending us your light
1-5.
in our fight against the heretics.
This unit regrets that this...
And the simulation is broken again. It is fine. I do not hold it against you, Oni. We appreciate you, Oni. Thank you for assisting with some purges.
And is becoming an asset to the war.
The heretics are going to be mad. That is the point, Scorch. Thank you.
Its attention, Acolyte. Continue in this fashion, and I might find a use for you.
Thank you, Master Tech Priest. I look forward to it, even though we are dressed strangely similar. Praise be the Emperor, we've reached level 21. Some might say I'm old enough to drink now. We've completed an achievement. An achievement for completing Chapter 4 of this adventure. Very good, very good. Thank you again to Oni for joining us for some missions. If there are those who would like to join our retinue for more purging of the heretics, you would be most welcome. There are no requirements, and all skill levels are accepted. If you wish to join us, all you need to do is ask. Or if you are on Super Hobbit's friend list, you can send a request that way too, of course. For those just joining, my name is PsykerHobbit. Normally this is the realm of Super Hobbit, but for this evening, and maybe for this evening only, Super Hobbit is taking what he calls a breather, for you see he's received more than one too many exposures to the warp, and he fears that the warp might alter him more than temporarily. So he asked me to cover for him. Hence why I am here in his stead. And of course, as the name PsykerHobbit might entail, I am indeed a real Psyker, and I am bringing my expertise to his live stream for the evening. Farsight requests that I show my staff. Now, normally, that's the kind of thing that's reserved for if you really know and trust somebody. But Farsight, for you, a fellow praiser of the Imperium, yes, I apologize. My staff is a little bit diminutive, and also a little bit rudimentary compared to the more high-tech staves of fellow Psykers. But you can see I still have a channeling crystal and some epoxy to some conduits to make sure I'm able to conduct the powers of the warp properly. So my trusty staff is indeed at my side. In fact, I will try to kind of nudge it up against this table here, so it's maybe a little bit more in view. But it's tricky because I have this very sweet cat on my lap, and well, you see, I fear that it might impede her ability to be comfortable. We'll just leave it at the side for now. I don't know how in view it is, but that is my Psyker staff that I have available to me. And you know what they say, it's not the size of the Psyker staff, but it is the glow that it offers when praising the Emperor, and the power it emits when it comes to purging the heretics. That is what matters, my friends and comrades. A new friend, a new voice rather, has joined us this evening. His name, he goes by the first Meerkat. Meerkat, welcome. Your screen name is one that is familiar to me, which tells me that Super Hobbit knows you well. And Perry, welcome to you as well, Perry. Thank you for joining. We are playing some of a simulation known as Darktide. And by the Emperor's Light, we've unlocked so many of these portraits for our avatar. Most glorious of day. It'll help us praise the Emperor with that much greater purpose.
If you can.
Appreciate the patience, Koro, as I navigate these last couple things I'm unlocking, but I'm nearly ready. I will queue up a new simulation very shortly.
Take all the time you need with it.
I appreciate it, fellow comrade. Our next purge will begin shortly.
How may I serve?
Oh yes, and actually, I think we might have another Emperor praising, heretic purging individual to join us. I shall send him what's called an invite shortly. Yes, one moment, my friends, while I go back to this, what you call the Steam page. Yes, I'm hopefully clicking the right thing here. If I close this, open this up, yes. Okay, and then I will copy and paste this screen name. I'm sorry, not the screen name. I'm copying and pasting this friend code. That's what we call it, yes.
Milk?
Apologies, I know you can't see this right now.
Ship mistress.
Oh, most excellent. I'm in your...
All right. Ivorhythm, are you the one that goes by Funketeer?
Hurry backward.
If you are the one who goes by Funketeer, I see it as what might be a private profile, but I will show you.
Perhaps it will wait.
Here we go. If you can see my screen, make sure I have the right person. That's it. Oh, fantastic. Praise the Emperor. I found you as we should. As we should. Very good. Very good. Let me close this window. Okay, we are all set. Yes, Ivorhythm, we're happy to have you join us. I have dispensed an invite to you, my friend. And with you joining, I'll be able to have you join our strike team. That is acceptable, Ivorhythm. The illustriousness of the profile is not required. All that you need is the energy. Here we go. Is the energy to strike down the heretics. Okay, Funketeer has been invited. He'll be joining us shortly. Actually, I should know better than to assume their pronouns. They will be joining us shortly. They are booting up the game as we speak, which, could, as we all know, can sometimes take just a minute or so. The simulation is very detailed.
Game?
The game, the simulation, yes. What some might call a video game, as we all know, the purging of heretics is very real. So we go through these simulations so we can get more practice, of course. With a simple, that's right, Farsight. It's simple and it's modest. My glorious staff. Yeah, let me check my loadout. And that's right, we unlocked more talents. I will take the empowered psionics. That's one I've been admiring from afar. There we are. There we are. And Jesse has joined us. Welcome, Jesse. Even though Super Hobbit is not here tonight, it is I, PsykerHobbit, to run the show for the evening. And Prime Universe, welcome. Yes. Can you join the fun? Absolutely, Prime Universe. If you are in the social presence, I can invite you. If there is a way I can send something. Receive friend requests. Here we go. I've got a few here. One from Gilgamesh. I'll accept Gilgamesh. I remember him. They were rather nice. Spartacus. Oh, that's Vorok. Yes, I will accept Vorok. And of course, Liberty. Actually, that's one I sent to him. Get the friend code. Fantastic. Here, I shall do this. Find player. Yes. This is when I copy and paste this code into this particular terminal. It is a 10-digit code. Universe. Yes. All right, we're getting just one more person to our strike team. Oh, we will be most glorious indeed. Universe has joined, and then Ivorhythm, or rather, what's his screen name? The funky individual. He'll be joining us shortly, and then we'll have a full squad. The heretics will tremble most reliably at our stature. Invite you, of course. Here, yes. One moment here. Under friends, and if let's see, where is the funky individual? Previous missions? No, it'd be under friends. Oh, here we go. Yes, there we go. Hugo, yes. The invitation was unsuccessful. I will try again. Invite. The invitation is acting a little bit strange. It makes me wonder if the tech priests need to look at this. We need a tech priest, you're not wrong, Farsight, but unfortunately, our household, though it is very pleasant, it lacks the tech priests, unfortunately. I accept. Hey, now we are set. Glorious day. Alright, and with that, I believe I've done all the preparations that I need to do. New Force Sword is very pleasant indeed. But we have this really nice dueling sword. I feel implored to stick with that. Any cosmetics? Yes, I have a new frame. We have several new frames. Goodness. I will go with this one. This is a very glorious and very regal-looking frame. Alright. If there are no objections, I will queue us up for the next purging operation. Of course, however, though, I appreciate that. I appreciate your dedication. If it is acceptable, I will move us up to the Malice difficulty. I have utmost confidence in our abilities, my friends. Right, I'm queuing up a mission. Let us see what holds for us, my friends. Malice can be a rather high challenge, but I have full confidence. Alright, I think I am set. Many thanks to those braving the heresy for this. I appreciate you lending your assistance here. You could probably tell I'm a little new to this.
Gets right in your head and turns you against the Emperor.
I'm just a Psyker in training, of course.
I'll set you down in the next district. You can fight your way in from there.
But my resolve has never been stronger. Look at the way my avatar crosses his legs. He seems like he thinks very highly of himself. I hope he does. I hope he knows better than to let that overconfidence lead to his undoing. Unlingering since the fall of Cadia. Yes, I understand, Koro. It's a sore subject indeed.
Be careful, companions. The walls in my dream look very crumbly.
Careful, pilgrims. Slip, and hell itself awaits you.
Oh, and there are grimoires in our midst. Yes, those can be most satisfying to collect, although they can be dangerous. But that danger is what makes them so alluring.
I don't care where you came from. Today, you're soldiers.
Ah, yes, I too shall partake in this parrying dance. It is most enjoyable, I will confess. You know, as Psykers, they don't give us melee weapons. They usually just stick a force staff on our hands and say, hop to it. Well, you can see this dueling sword is actually quite pleasant. I think I can understand what the ones call zealots. I kind of understand the joy of melee combat more and more. Yeah, I think this quick attack, the damage is maybe a little bit lacking. The damage of the quick attack is a little bit lacking compared to the strong attacks. It makes sense though because it's very fast. This special attack. Oh, one of these beasts. Not on our watch. Well done. The bulwark has been felled. Not a moment too soon. Oh, this is acceptable fire. That avoids what they call the friendly fire, even though there's nothing friendly about it. Not today, fearsome beast. Actually, I don't fear you at all. What am I saying? Fearsome. There's nothing to fear. He was but simple cannon fodder, and he's been laid to waste. Ah, the diamantine stash. And more plastio, yes. Yes, more resources for the Emperor. Very good. Yes, indeed.
Going the right way.
Ventilation access? It will not be a problem. We've become experts at sniffing these things out. Yes. Ooh, not today. You unhand that fine member of the Imperium. Very good, very good. Some more resources. Very good, universe. I see your skills are rather universal indeed, as your name would imply. Yes, mighty cooperation indeed. I must say, this poison cloud is most unpleasant. Is that what they refer to as the vape niche? It's something I've heard the heretics say, but I will confess I'm not quite sure I understand it. Oh, Master Kuro, we must offer assistance. Very good. Stunning cooperation, team.
Oh, I do enjoy your company.
Everyone is performing most adequately. I appreciate your energy in spite of these heretics. It is not for the faint of heart, and you're all doing a what they call a bang-up job. Simple things for the fractured minds. I understand. I understand that the warp is not for everybody. The warp is not for everybody to try to wrangle. And those who are not ready will indeed, or can indeed, suffer if they not take the proper precautions. I thought there was a villain nearby. My mistake. We are good.
That you would one day serve the Ordo Hereticus.
Yes, beloved. No one loves their work.
Now let's see. We are to locate the ventilation. Oh, right, the ventilation. Another fearsome. What are they called? Bulwark. I care not for these creatures. All I care for is their dispensing.
Seek them, little ones.
Oh, I fear some heresy is afoot with that corpse chained to that device. Looks most unpleasant. Terrible fate. Terrible fate indeed. Ah, more profane symbols. We are totally getting further into the belly of the beast. Ooh, healing. Not a moment too soon. Actually, I might hold off. I'm actually no. I should go for the heal. Yes, I should not take chances. When heresy's about, we must take our precautions, of course. Also, it appears that we are emerging a what do they call a broken bridge. No turning back now, my friends. Not that there was ever an opportunity to turn our back on the Emperor's light, of course. Oh, more of these batteries, of course. These infernal batteries. Ah, sniper, let him try his worst. Oh, more of this poison cloud. Most unpleasant. Sniper has been... Okay, the sniper has been filled. Not a moment too soon. Alright, yes. I must wrangle these creatures for just a moment. Well, let me recharge for a moment. I'm not the slightest bit concerned. This lightning shall purge them all. Although that void buildup is getting a little bit on the close side. There we go, yes. I can hold my own at a moment's notice. Okay, we are set. It was a little bit close. We had to kind of be on our own for a second there, but we pulled it together. These machine gunners. They think so highly of themselves with their meager ranged weaponry. It compares not to what we bring to the table. Which, of course, is the Emperor's light, so we're all clear. Oh. Another one approaches. Let him try his worst. But that's no good. Hugo's vulnerable. Let us assist Hugo. Not on my watch. You leave Hugo alone. He is a noble member of our retinue. He will only be respected as such. I think I hear the batteries being acquired. Oh, this man cowers, as he very well should. All should cower, who fear the Emperor's light. Oh, good, the ventilation system is open. Fantastic show, everybody. Well, that was a little dicey. Took a couple of beatings there, but my resolve has never been stronger. This mild internal bleeding I sustained will probably become a problem if I don't find a healing station soon. Oh, these hounds. Oh, these fucking beans. Oh, hell. Alright, well done, everyone. That was a little dicey. Yes, I will hold them. Very good, very good. I see some ammo. I have not seen the skulls, although I'll confess... Oh! Oh goodness, there's a skull up top. I see it. Yes! Vertical icon has been purged. Those who fight for the powers of chaos have weakened further. All according to plan. Oh, I don't like that. Good show. Relay station. Okay, of course. Yes, we must find this next.
With Imperial Guardsmen. I fear the witch hunters, and they fear the commissars.
Commissars and the Cadians are the hardest.
There we go. There's still a few individuals, small clusters, but nothing of any organized sort. Just a couple of stragglers who've been left on their own. Look at this individual. Oh, the way his body contorts. It is the utmost heresy, but it's a little bit amusing. The way the physics of his body, they seem to fight against itself. It's almost as if the heresy is trying to emerge. Yet another reason why heresy never wins, and only the Emperor's light can guide us. The warp was overtaking him. Yes, absolutely. Oh, is this the... Oh, this is the unholy flames. Oh, fire. I must wait for this to abate itself. Any time now, flames. Just take your sweet time. There we go. The flames have dispensed. Oh, you want to play at that game, will you? Well, then that game you shall have. There we go. Yes. There we go. Yes. Yes. Feel the light of the Emperor. Feel it burn your skin. My powers only harm those of the heresy. As you can see, it passes through my comrades. Ouch. Very effortlessly. Oh, dear heavens. 2 of the pox creatures in a row like that? That's uncalled for. Oh, a health station, yes. Yes, this would be most acceptable. Okay, I am ready. Oh, I see we have acquired a grimoire. A proper choice. I look forward to the challenge that it brings. Oh, here's the elevator. Very good, thank you. It is a demon. Well, yes, I mean, though it may be considered a small amount of heresy for some, all the more reason we must retrieve it and banish it properly when we get back to the station.
Oh no, the sound of a demon host when I...
The bursters, it was not your fault. Those bursters were they had very the worst kind of evil on their minds. All we can do them is purge to the best of our ability. No one is to blame. You're correct. Their evil is most foul indeed. I can't help but admire their boldness. That boldness, that kind of optimism or that energy could have been much better suited to praise the Emperor, but that's their choice, I suppose. Oh, a healing station. Most wise choice, Master Koro. These hounds, these fearsome hounds. Thank you, Koro. You're in my debt. I must say, I'm rather impressed by that homing ability. It makes me wonder if I should try that myself sometime. It looks quite cool. Have a good night, Farsight. Good morrow to you as well. And restful slumbers to you. Rest up so you may purge the heretics properly on the morrow. It is very important. The demons whispering? Oh, fear not. That's just the warp. You know, us warp sensitive individuals. We what sometimes feels like the whispers of something evil. It's actually sometimes just the warp working in mysterious ways. You know, the first time I ever encountered the warp, I was but a wee lad. Well, you see, I was slumbering peacefully. I was but in my mid-teens, and I experienced the most glorious of dreams. And when I had awoken, my sheets were my bed sheets were a little bit wetted, and I had felt most relieved. I consulted with my parents. They informed me it was just a vision of the warp and nothing more, nothing to be ashamed of. And then I washed my bed sheets, and all was well. After that, I had a long talk with my parents about the birds and the bees. It was a bit of an awkward conversation, but the Emperor's light guides us in mysterious ways. Actually, I'm getting the voices tell me that was called a wet dream by some, but no, I was assured by my parents it was a proper warp experience. Nothing weird.
Victory or death!
Beloved, guide my aim.
Oh, more fearsome snipers. The worst.
Don't worry, it's dead.
Mutant has been dispensed. I'm going to see about this sniper. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm going back down. I'm scared. This is a little scary.
It's bad.
Oh, boy. There's many creatures afoot. Oh, and I have a kitty cat on my lap. Hello, kitty cat. Oral requires our assistance, and we shall provide it. Woo, there's the fire. Oh, and the fearsome hound known as Bonnie has approached. Oh, Shayna, do not get on the keyboard. Oh boy. We have many things happening. Shayna's on the keyboard, jumping on the microphone. Bonnie is grabbing the mouse hand. Things are getting a little bit off the rails. Oh, Shayna, you do not need to be on this desk. Okay. Shayna jumping on the desk, getting a cat for everywhere. Apologies, I had a feline creature jump upon my keyboard. I had to improvise slightly, but it's the glory of the Emperor inspires everyone in strange ways, and usually it's humans, but I suppose cats can get excited about praising the Emperor too. And then my dog wanted to jump up too. It was a bit of a comedy of errors, but we held it together. These creatures with their simpler minds, they just want to be involved with purging heretics. It's rather pleasant, really. It comes from a good place. There we go. Yes, more of this, please. If nothing else, it stuns the villains so that my comrades can finish the job. I'm what they refer to as a assist role, or I guess assist role is the proper vernacular. Yes, that it is most joyous seeing these villains suffer so. I believe it is sometimes uncouth for us to be enjoying the purging. It's not a game to be played, but a noble task to be performed. But we can have a little fun sometimes, right? As a treat, I believe is what they call it on that internet of your realm. There's more villains approaching, but Hugo is glowing with the most valiant of heroic auras.
Ammo crate.
Actually, I will take that ammo crate. Oh, Coral, you're in luck. I just found an ammo crate. I shall procure it, hence post haste.
Ammo crate!
Ammo on the ground over here for all those who need it. Feel free to eat up as much as you like. I have no need for the ammo. The warp is my only ammunition that I need for dispensing the purging of heretics. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go into melee for this guy. I shall stab him right square in the buttocks. Ah, yes, here we go. Yes. I see a certain self-injecting motion being performed. Yes, it is proper to be enthusiastic about self-administering medication when in the heat of battle. It's good to know that motion, that wrist motion going up and down, back and forth. Shall purge this demonic growth. Our demonic growth has been stabbed. Woo! He is out of there. Good, 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 good. Oh, Koro needs our assistance. You shall receive it, Koro. We'll be there post-haste. Ooh, except when that happens.
From your pain, veteran, and rise. Beautiful.
There we go. Yes, we are reunited once again. Oh, this fearsome creature. Oh, good lord. Obscene gestures? No, no, you were merely practicing how to self-administer pain medication for combat. It's a proper motion you want to make sure you know very well. Or, I mean, if two consenting parties know each other really well, you know, you can administer it to someone else. Just make sure everyone's a consenting adult before you administer to somebody else like that, but otherwise, it's in the clear. The Emperor would allow this. We call that administering medication under the consent of the Emperor. Oh, good. Oh, speaking of consenting to receive some sort of enhancement. My God, I can feel the power of the Emperor. I have the power of 1,000 suns at my disposal. Oh, it wore a. Oh, apologies for losing my composure there for a second, comrades. That is a fleeting high, but a powerful one. I won't let it get the better of me again. I apologize for anybody I might have offended, and if the Inquisitors come asking about what that was all about, just we can keep this between friends, can't we? And a new voice has joined from the void, the one known as Riley. But this voice is uttering well, I don't mind profanity, but is ushering forth some moments of heresy. Oh, Hugo. Oh, he's giving me another boost. Oh, this high is most compelling. I'm trying my best to keep my composure. Oh, but I will get that healing station. Yes. Oh, whew. Okay. All right. No, I held it together. Now that's weird. What's this sensation underneath my loins? I apologies. I don't know what you injected me with, but I seem to be experiencing a rather odd stiffness underneath my loins. I will inspect it by the tech priest if it lasts for longer than 4 hours. It was a blue thing. I'm informed that in your realm there's another blue medication. They call it a little blue pill that helps certain fellows with certain activities. Well, anyway, I'm sure it's nothing to be worried about. I have ascended to rank 22. I feel most empowered. The four-armed Emperor, asks Riley. Okay, you have my attention. Who is this four-armed Emperor? I only know of the one Emperor. Riley, I do appreciate you offering to share some knowledge. Oh, a very powerful staff indeed. That was a purple rank staff. I understand that's the good shit, is what PsykerHobbit would say. But fear not, for I am not PsykerHobbit. I am PsykerHobbit. Of course, Hugo. Take all the time you need. Normally, I would invite others to join our hit squad here, but we, of course, have a full retinue of 4 members. Although, admittedly, well, let's see, 12:52 a.m. I can probably go for another hour or so. We started a little bit late, and, well, there's heretics to purge, you see. I'm going to take just but a moment to investigate this new staff I unlocked. I don't know the details, but I saw it was purple, which is very fetching. Fantastic. Fantastic.
For our sins.
Sister Prime, what have I unlocked this fine evening? I can assure you I accomplished the relay station, yes. Most impressive accomplishment indeed. Hourglass Purge, the unclean, of course. I wasted no time. The relay station, yes. I guess that means I achieved that mission for the first time. And a new voice has joined the Emperor, has joined our squad here, or joined our series of voices from the void. And, Green the Lich, thank you for joining. Dressed as a Skitari. Alright, I will confess, I know not what a Skitari is. If you're wondering, well, PsykerHobbit, you're clearly dressed as a... Well, clearly you're playing as a Psyker. Why are you dressed in a manner not befitting for an actual Psyker? Well, you see, I'm inhabiting the body of PsykerHobbit. I am PsykerHobbit this evening. And I am the one who's running the show this evening. PsykerHobbit, you see, has been exposed to the warp one too many times, and, well, he needs some time to recover, because, as we all know, too much exposure to the warp can cause what we call unsavory side effects, if left unchecked. So I decided to step in, but you see, PsykerHobbit, he's a relatively short fellow, and since I'm inhabiting his body, when I stopped by the commissary, when I asked for an adult extra small, this was all they had, so I had to make do. But the Emperor cares not for the vestments we don, but only cares for the matter with which we use his light to purge the heretics and burn the unclean. So, although the vestment may not be particularly ideal, it works in a pinch, I suppose. Strengthening the lower caste. Sacrificed your family. Riley, that sounds like a dutiful sacrifice indeed, but I appreciate your outlook on it. He's a cool dude. Well, he sounds pretty... What's the word you use in this realm? Badass is what the voices tell me. I will have to conduct more research on this. I have to make sure it's not heresy, but it sounds pretty darned cool, I believe is the term. Let me check my loadout here. I'm curious about this Surge Force staff. You know, maybe we'll give it a college... What do we call it? The old college try? That secondary action is quite powerful indeed. I've never had a purple staff before. This is most exciting. The gun upgrade. Oh, yes, this fine fellow over here. Just trying to... Yes, you know, I could see the resemblance. Yes, indeed. I think that's the issue. They were expecting another extra small adult Skitari, as you call them. But I think they called in sick today, so I'm wearing his outfit just because this is all they had. It was that or Casual Friday, and we're Sunday, obviously, so we're well past Casual Friday times. Alright, friends. No worries if you need more time to prepare yourselves. I will engage the next simulation when you feel ready. Emotional support toasters. Are those the servitors or the server skulls? What are they called? Servo skulls, that's the term. Green Lich is a master zealot. Fantastic. Always ready for the purge. I appreciate your readiness and willingness, universe. Your tenacity is most admirable. Risk of Rain 2. Ah, yes, I've been informed that is another one of those very good video games. PsykerHobbit, who is not playing tonight, he has played a lot of the first Risk of Rain. The one that goes by Risk of Rain Returns is one that he is quite fond of. Okay, I'll go ahead and queue us up for the next mission if that is acceptable. For our fine comrades here. Still sticking with Malice difficulty if that is acceptable. Risk of Rain 2. Yes, that is a popular... One of these popular entertainment video games I've heard. Fornicating with toasters. Oh, that sounds most absurd, but I could see how that could be very, very enjoyable and funny.
I'll handle this one. It can be our little secret.
New weapon?
Right, so...
Oh, yes, Koro. Yes, testing new weaponry in the field. Very important. I myself have a new weapon. I got a shiny purple staff I'm just itching to use to burn some heretics.
The Mobian's sweaty palms and bring him to me. You can do that, can you?
The four-armed emperor, he says. I'm hearing voices? Oh no, I hear voices from the warp, of course, for you see the warp whispers things to me. The best I can do is try to listen and try to understand its wisdom, even though it is sometimes a strange beast to wrangle. Sometimes the warp can get me into trouble. Sometimes if I listen to the wrong voices in the warp, it can get a little bit dicey. I told the story earlier of going through puberty and how it led to some embarrassing moments. There were some long conversations with my parents. The teachers, principals, or the principals rather, had to get involved. There were some unfortunate incidents involving the pet hamster for the academy classroom. Events I'd rather not go into detail on. They're very embarrassing, you see, and they reflect poorly on my character. But I've since learned what voices from the void to listen to. They guide my powers and which ones to avoid. They can lead to some unfortunate circumstances, especially those of the How do I put it nicely? The hamster variety. Let us not dwell on this, my friends. Praising the Emperor and purging the heretics are our utmost priorities, of course. Something called If Emperor Had a Text-to-Speech Function. And there's a playlist for it. Ooh, that sounds like some most important homework. Thank you, Green Lich. I will absolutely conduct some studying after tonight's simulations conclude. Most valuable indeed. You might be able to tell that I'm a little bit new to what you refer to as this Warhammer 40,000. I mean, to me it is very real because, of course, I'm very much an actual Psyker. But some other things beyond Psyker duties are a little bit new to me indeed. This creature shall be felled most quickly indeed. There we go. Koro has been brought back to us. Oh, this beast looks hungry. Let us all be careful. I'm gonna try to flank to attack its weak spot. I don't know if I'm doing a very good job. Oh, this beast means to puke upon me. How profane and terrible.
I know! A shield!
I'll keep these villains distracted. Ah, good show, everyone. The beast has been felled.
Another kill closer to your salvation, Psyker.
And I don't see any of those little... Oh, what is this fool? Ah, yes, thank you for the assistance. He snuck up on me. Oh, that's rather fearsome. Oh, I've heard of this. I've heard of this creature. Oh, hell, boy, this is not good news. There we go. Actually, why was I so concerned? Look at this capable squad. Very good. Oh, but Koro! Oh, most tragic indeed. It's okay, Koro will rejoin us shortly.
Speak up, I can't hear you.
Their departure is only temporary. The Emperor's light guides. Actually, we're gonna be leaving this place soon. Yeah, I might as well get a heal. I got a little bit better there. Force choking, that sounds like the worst kind of heresy. Thank the Emperor's light that you're still with us, Koro. I don't know what I'd do without you. I've grown rather attached to you all over the evening, and some might call it an unhealthy codependent relationship, or one-sided dependency relationship, but still.
Find them for my beloved.
Oh, good showing that heretical icon. Those can be so easy to miss. The scratching and animalistic noises.
My beloved keeps whispering of the cicatrice.
Riley, that's... It sounds a little what they call sus, but I will trust you. You seem to be quite knowledgeable on this matter. I trust that you know how to wrangle this particular voice properly. It sounds like one that can lead you to ruin if you're not careful.
Ambush! We are surrounded!
Oh boy, the armored fellows indeed, yes. Yes, I've encountered a few myself. Most unpleasant creatures. Oh, yes. Oh boy. Oh, okay, alright. There we go. I've got them ensnared. Alright, that beast has been felled, and there's no shortage of more where that came from. There we go. Yes, all right, we brought it back. We were up against the wall for a second there, but we came back just in the nick of time too. Healing if anybody needs it. We just gotta find Oro so we can bring him back to our party. Ooh, a medic crate. Yes. Oh, this motherfucker thought he was being fancy. We sure showed him what for, didn't we, lads and ladies? The revving of a chainsword, Green Lich, a mighty zealot indeed. I have seen the chainswords in practice, although I've never beheld one myself. They are quite admirable from a distance. I pray to the Emperor I never find myself on the business end of one. It would be most unpleasant indeed. Alright, again, Koro rejoins us. Most joyous day. Koro, we're glad to have you back. It was scary. It was scary with just the three of us. Although we're a mighty threesome. The voices are chuckling at my phrase of a threesome, but I can assure you it's very real and very proper. This armored fellow is not long for this world if I have anything to say about it. And you, where do you think you're going? I'll stab you in the foot and kill you, apparently. The daemons, yes! Yes, that fearsome daemon. Oh, I can only imagine what hardcore entails. Is hardcore the mode where if you are felled once, you are felled for good? Because that would be quite scary indeed. I've never seen it, but I've heard legends of its difficulty and of its challenges. That is for only the most accomplished of heretic smiters. I'm still but a lowly level 22 Psyker. I'm still learning the ways of this simulation. Oh, that was rather pleasant, a pleasant coincidence that Browser decided to explode off screen like that. That was very helpful, very beneficial towards our cause. Oh boy, I see that gunner.
Why does a tree hurt?
But there's someone behind me. Oh, that's no good. That's not acceptable. This gunner is not long for this world if I have anything to say about it. I must cool down. I'm getting hot. Popped him, but that gunner's still out here, causing all kinds of a ruckus. Yes, you've lost an arm and a face. I bet you're very sad about it, as you should be. I know I would be too. Alright. Well, that man's still up. Not for long, though. These gunners, man, my gosh. Where are they coming from? They come from all angles, so it would seem. Ooh, don't want that. Oh, that's the not good kind of flame right there. There we go. Yes, that is the most acceptable smiting activity. I'm going to hop this fence over here, though, because those who wish to smite us are getting uncomfortably close. Or counter-smite, rather. Waiting for this train to get out of its way, out of our way, rather. It's being very unpleasant. Here, I'll put a shield down to give us a little bit of cover. It will rip off your genitalia and feed it to you. That is the worst and most profane form of heresy. We can't be having that. I can admire the enthusiasm behind it, but it just sounds so cruel.
Just a little longer.
You see the Psyker, and you think the confused Unga Bunga. I can assure you, Master Zealot, you are no mere Unga Bunga. You are a master of melee combat, and a valid member of the team for leading the enemies astray and protecting the more vulnerable members of all the retinue, such as myself. You are anything but a mere Unga Bunga. Maybe even a master Unga Bunga. Is that a healing station? No, I saw the blue and I got excited. As many of us are quite wounded. Ah, very nice. Ah, here we go, elevator. Some sanctuaries is a welcome sight indeed.
Oh, this is exciting, isn't it? I'm not sure you're all gonna pull through.
Ooh, and an ammo pack. A wise choice, my friends. I have a heal. Oh, wait, no, I do have a medic station. I'll wait until we're all in one place. Actually, I'm gonna find a spot for Coral and I. We could both use some healing. Here, Coral, I'm gonna place this healing station down. We could both use it. Everyone feel free to stand near so we can gain some health back. We took a bit of a beating earlier. There we go. Yes, I feel better. I can feel the Emperor's light returning to me already. Oh, and how fortuitous. Another medical container. I'll hold on to it for the time being. I'll dispense it when it feels necessary. And greetings to Not This Again. Another voice has joined from the void. I hope your evening is going well. Not This Again. Now, normally, this broadcasting channel is managed by a small little fellow by the name of PsykerHobbit, but it is I, PsykerHobbit, who's running the show tonight. You see, PsykerHobbit, he's been playing this simulation a lot lately. He's been playing Psykers in particular, and I fear the damage to his spirit by warp corruption might be a little bit great right now. So he asked me to cover for him. Oh, we didn't have to be on that elevator, did we? Nah, surely that is just a formality, of course. Oh, no, that's a bother. I see this battery outline here. We need to go up there? Oh, it's
down below.
We're going down? Oh. We're not that down, though. That looks...
dropped something down there.
That looks rather dangerous. Oh, here we go. The battery. Oh, okay. That was a close one. I thought we were stranded. I was going to resort to wetting myself to keep myself warm. The elevator has vexed us again. I'll have the tech priests look at it at the soonest opportunity. Oh, but this elevator. Oh, I understand. Okay, I'll call the tech priest. Never mind. I feared there was something amiss. Yes, good show. Yes, thank you. Thank you for educating. I'll pick up the skull. More plasteel. A glorious day. Throw yourself into crowds bravely, Green, because once again, it protects those of us, such as myself, who are more physically vulnerable. Though my mental capacity for causing damage to the heretics is great, my physical capacity for sustaining damage is, well, it's rather limited, to put it nicely. You perform a noble and very, very worthwhile goal, Master Greenlich. And we're all members of the Imperium. We're all trying to purge the heretics just the same. We all have different strengths and weaknesses. We must, of course, work together to keep the show running, as they say. I will take... Actually, I already have one of those healing stations. I believe I am all set. Not this again, since they are also purging heretics. Not this again. You are a noble individual, noble member of the Imperium. Slaying the heretics is something that takes all of our combined efforts. I'm glad you appreciate that. You see, not everyone always appreciates what everyone brings to the table. This is what makes the Emperor's light so valuable. There we go. Yes, I have purged that one in particular. Now, normally I would invite others to join us, but our retinue is full, as our squad is a full 4 members. But if somebody were to drop off, I will make sure to sound the alarm to indicate that we need more fighting forces. Now, speaking of which, all right, so I've been preparing for this. I use this smite ability to the best of my advantage, and the other Psyker that is on our team is using his abilities very masterfully. Whoa! Okay, well, no, I'm fine. Just a brief setback. These mutants are most vexing. Oh, but the Zealot, thank you for blessing us all. I feel even more empowered. I just forgot how to talk for a second. You know how it is. Just stroke out a little bit sometimes. When I see Koro needs assistance, I shall provide.
Back away.
Ah, very good, very good. The burster was quite fierce. I will confess. Yes, he broke through our ranks, but it was they're cunning creatures. It is no one's shortcoming. We're all doing our best. The Emperor understands that it is a lifelong journey we're all on. This learning process. Emperor knows I'm still on it myself. Oh, a fearsome beast indeed. This plague Ogren, not long for this earth, if you ask me. These ranged creatures are not too unkind, or not too kind. He's out as well. Oh, that's not good. Oh, I suffered a bit of a malady. Just a temporary setback, I promise.
Well done,
Most gratitude, comrades. Apologies, I try my best not to drag us down. I had a bit of a moment there. The voices got a little bit loud. I may have soiled my vestments. I will inspect this when we get back to the headquarters. Apologies for the smell. Rather, no, it wasn't me at all. It was the those green grenadiers that throw the stink grenades. That's what the smell is. It's definitely not me from soiling myself. Wow. Missile-proof glass. What would they think of next? Give me a voice changer. That actually would be kind of dope. Is, I think, what the cool individuals call it, right? They call it dope when something is cool. This realm is a little different to me, so I'm trying to learn to the best of my ability. Ooh, this door is closed. I'm going to investigate here. Wonder what things await. Some grenades. Okay, that's great. This place was a bit of a letdown. Ooh, and something big.
For my beloved!
I'll open this door. This one will provide, right? Nothing yet. Oh, this has already been explored, I can see.
I hope you're not gonna disappoint me.
There we go. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, the voice changes. Oh, unless you mean the voice changes for our cosmetics, because yes, I can't look at it right now, I don't think. But my character is wearing a helmet that does alter his voice slightly. He's wearing headgear that includes a little voice modulator. I don't know how audible it is from the viewing perspective, but yes, we do have a voice changer for our character, for our avatar at least. Are the questionable noises of some beasts from afar.
Nice to see a well-oiled team in motion. Making me blush with pride, you are.
Ooh, something fierce. Oh, it's just a mutant. Nothing we haven't seen before. Yeah, this mutant has been dispensed before he could even lay a hand on our teammates. None of us were concerned, even for a moment. Needs ammo. All I have is a medical kit, unfortunately, which is still useful. I have a melee fella right here. He's a little bit scary. I think I can handle him though. Master Hugo offering assistance. Thank you, Master Hugo. He was a fearsome creature, but he was no match for our combined cooperation. Oh, here we go. I have some ammo here. Oh, Hugo, you performed admirably. He went down very quickly.
I suppose.
Oh, those flames were unpleasant. I think somebody must have got him because he has not emerged.
Oh, joyous day!
Ah, yes, here we go. Very good. Ooh, nice catch with that idol. Those things could be very hard to find. You have a keen eye. Good thing you're on our side, that of the Imperium. All of you would be disastrous foes to be against. It's a good thing you're on the good side. Oh, bulwark. I don't like those. Oh, those are big and unpleasant. Oh, he's dead. Never mind. He was a punk ass bitch, is what they say, I believe. I believe that's the term this realm uses sometimes. What's his body doing? Oh, his leg is stuck inside the wall. A classic symptom of heresy and corruption. This is what corruption gets us for those of us who need reminder. If we ever feel allured by the siren call of corruption, let that be a lesson to us all. It can only bring ruin and weird physics nonsense. Oh, you deserve a special death, and you shall receive one. Ah, good show. This motherfucker. He saw me dispense his earlier lad. Well, I shall dispatch him just the same. Ooh, and some health. Oh, yes, please. I could definitely use that. That more beatings than I want to admit. And I do have another healing station on my person, so if anybody needs healing, don't hesitate to call it out. I'll do my best to monitor everyone's vitals to the best of my ability. Oh, well-trained soldiers. Fantastic. Thank you, not this again. Thank you. Your assistance might just indeed come in handy as the hour grows late. I myself will only be able to continue for maybe another half an hour. So maybe one mission after this.
I see that hot burster, beloved, yes!
We shall see. We shall see what tonight entails. Or the rest of the night entails, that is.
Oh, I think we killed the trapper.
The universe is employing the very impressive tact of attacking villains through the walls. That is a master craftsman, or I'm sorry, master zealot level of melee ability. I think it's impressive.
Thank you, thank you.
Make sure to thank the bus driver when we leave. Oh yes, good point. Good point. Yes, those who operate the escape vessels. They have our undying thanks. They have a thankless job. Here, I'll put the force field down. Yes, they have a thankless job. Those who navigate the getaway vehicles. Very important. That's what allows us to make a quick and safe escape. Flying in through hostile territory like this, among others heresy. Ensuring that their machinery does not get corrupted by said heresy is a vicious and frequently thankless task. I hear more fearsome creatures approaching, but I fear not, because the Emperor's light guides us all. I shall keep them in place. My role as an assist kind of character continues, and it's one I take very gladly. Just another shield down to give us a little bit more cover, especially from the snipers, which are soon to emerge. Oh, now that's a satisfying three-pronged strike. Beautiful, yes. Most glorious for the Emperor, of course. Do I use the in-game voice chat? I do. I do. Most of my comrades right now prefer text chat, which is perfectly acceptable. I know not everybody is comfortable using their normal voices to communicate with strangers over this, what we call the internet. I'm not communicating every little thing I say to my teammates because I fear it might, well, to be honest, I think my constant warp ramblings might not be for everyone's ears to hear. I don't mean to, you know, alarm or worry anybody. What might be just, you know, normal warp voices being described can come off as something concerning to those who are uninitiated. So I try to keep it in check and only dispense messages that my teammates would really appreciate. And also, I don't want to drive them batty. We have a tough enough mission as it is. I want to avoid as much as I can of what they call cringe in your realm. Oh, I see. There was a button we forgot to press. That is a funny thing to miss, but an easy thing to rectify. Oh, and then we hold. Okay. Another shield down here.
My rules, my shield.
I thought the same thing. I thought the way forward was open. Forgot about that small little task. There we go. Yes, hold them in place so those with more damaging abilities can finish them proper. You know, there are those who would scoff at what they call the support classes, but I find them to be most noble. As we all know, kill counts matter not when it comes to the glory for the Emperor. Actually, speaking of the devil, I'm going to put down a healing station for those who would like it, including myself. I do see this does have some arcing, which is very satisfying. Oh! Oh, this beast has acquired me once again. Oh, no, I'm good. Oh! Ooh, by the Emperor's light, that fire is most joyous. And also painful. It will dissipate in time, I fear not. Alright, this man deserves a proper death, and he shall get one by my hand. You as well, if you're so inclined. lot of projectile dealing foes out here. I'm gonna drop another shield. Ah, good show that battery. Oh, this is a lot of enemies, though. We have our task. We have our work cut out for us, friends. Very good show. We've managed. We have managed indeed, my friends. They're good for crowd control indeed. Yes, a noble goal. A difficult one at times, but a very worthwhile one indeed. Wish we could stab this foul creature here and not wait for it to emerge. Most profane form of heresy. Ah, yes, good call. Good call on the shield. That was a perfect employment of that ability. And I cannot reach him with my lightning, unfortunately. Make sure to teabag. Ah, yes, yes. I've been informed about the natures of the said teabag. It is the ultimate way to really relish victory over an opponent. I have been informed that if somebody's unfortunate enough to be conscious of receiving a teabag, it can be most profane, but therein lies the joy that it brings us, now doesn't it? Oh, these fools trying to rain down upon us. I shall rain down upon them the judgment of the Emperor. Ah, yes. That's what I like to see. Yes, I just needed a moment to charge up, and now we are ready. Ah, here we are. I've been informed to thank... Oh, what is the voices called? They call it the bus driver. All right, noble bus driver, we thank you for this service of this fine day. Everyone must play a job and a very important role when it comes to praising the Emperor. Oh, fire. I forgot to teabag the enemies. That's okay. We'll get them next time. I believe I have one more journey ahead of me. Although I begin to grow weary, the spirit of the Emperor, I believe, can push me forward for one more adventure, if you'll have me. Oh, what is the gift? Another shotgun. I've actually never used an assault shotgun. Kind of thing is not usually really meant for us psychers, but I might have to try it out at some point. It sounds rather enjoyable, honestly. Assassination special ops. Oh, the special ops, yes. PsykerHobbit tried one of those a couple nights ago, and he, his voice is calling to me. He says he got his ass kicked a couple times when he tried it. It is not for the faint of heart. I witnessed higher level specimens attempt that mission and also get felled. It is a difficult mission. But the difficult missions can offer the most glory, of course. Oh, of course, Koro. Thank you, Master Koro, for your assistance. I too grow slightly weary. I believe I have one more mission left in me, if you will indulge. Master Koro, good morrow to you and peaceful slumbers. May the Emperor's light guide you into nice dreams.
Speak to me of your accomplishments.
It is perfectly acceptable, Riley. We're happy to have you. Oh, yes. This is the same color, but a more fitting, I think. A more properly armored and properly defended kind of torso, kind of cuirass for our avatar. Oh, this is most glorious. Yes, yes. I will equip it post-haste. This is a sight for sore eyes. Oh, my goodness. I've never felt more fashionable, honestly. Look at my character. Doesn't he look quite fetching? He's almost as handsome as I am in real life. Oh, I'm just kidding. If I'm handsome at all, it's because the Emperor's light casts me in what they call a positive light. That is pretty cool. I think the PsykerHobbit, his voice calls it badass. And I'm inclined to agree, it is quite fetching. I have 2 talent points to spend. Yes. Replenishes toughness. Increases the chance. Yes. To gain it. Wait, unelite kills. We'll just say increase all chances. Yes. All very valid. The 3 stacks will get that one too, and next we'll get the psychic leeching as well. All fantastic abilities. Wonderful, wonderful. Actually, I haven't even checked how is the Requisitorium looking. How are the contracts going? We've already completed 2 by just on their own.
Emperor protect you. You'll need him.
Zelda smoking in the universe. I know not who Zelda is, although she sounds like a fine lass. touch his exoskeleton, it sounds mighty indeed. And of course, I should point out, we do indeed have only 3 members of our party. If there is somebody who wishes to join, I will gladly accommodate anybody who wishes to join our strike team. We would gladly have a 4th member if somebody wants to join us. Oh, Zealot, not Zelda. You see, I get confused. SuperHobbit's voice tells me that he is a fan of this Zelda, but it's from a universe of which I'm not familiar. So I just assume... I assume it's probably Heresy. Probably. I don't know, it's hard to say. Okay, no, fear not, Green Lich, I do not hold it against you. The wrath of purging heretics takes its toll on all of us. We need some way to unwind. It would be considered heresy. I am inclined to agree. Enjoying any kind of universe beyond that of our current realm is probably that of heresy for sure. Although I'm sure SuperHobbit means well. But again, remember, it is not... I myself am just PsykerHobbit. I don't speak for SuperHobbit. I just inhabit his body for the evening. The voices tell me that SuperHobbit will most likely be returning tomorrow. Either tomorrow or possibly Tuesday. Although he will be out of town Wednesday through Friday this week. But he probably will be streaming on Friday evening. But the voices will have to determine. But anyway, so we have one more slot. If anybody wants to join us, I'm happy to accommodate. We can send invites and get people joined up, but no pressure. Again, I know the hour draws late. I do not wish to keep anybody up past the time they feel comfortable. In fact, I should check my loadout. What did we unlock? We unlocked a new shotgun. That's right. Yes, this mighty shotgun. I think I want to use the sword staff a little bit more. I was actually quite enjoying it. Ah, yes, Master Hugo performed admirably. In fact, I like your color, Hugo. It's a very fetching color, and I appreciate your mustache. Very mighty indeed. Right, with that, it's okay with you, fellows. I think I'm down for one more mission. The hour draws late, and I grow slightly weary, but I think by the Emperor's Light, I can go for one more round of purging. I shall go ahead and grab us one. I will set us up for actually, you know what? No, I will continue with this Malice rating. We've been performing adequately. I feel empowered to charge forward. I'm sure matchmaking will queue us up with a very capable heretic purger. Well, now don't I feel a little bit underdressed? You see my avatar. He has such glorious metal armor placed as his pauldrons, protecting his necks and his vocoder. Next time, if SuperHobbit wills that I purge heretics in his name again, I'll make sure to come more prepared and more armored up next time. Ah, very good. Master Saladar joins us. I'm sorry, not Saladar. That sounds like I'm saying salad bar. Welcome, Saldar. It is I, PsykerHobbit, who is, normally it's a guy named SuperHobbit, but, well, I'm covering for him instead tonight.
Is putting out a heretic broadcast that isn't...
Some call this form of enthusiasm, they have a word for it. It's called roleplay. I don't know what that means. It sounds like some bullshit heresy to me. All I care about is purging the heretics. Or maybe a bot sometimes, that's correct. It depends on what the tech priests have found for us from trying to wrangle the spirit machines. But the Omnisci did not need to step in this particular case. We have looked to be a capable lad. I have full confidence in this young fellow.
Breathe deeply, pilgrims.
Espresso shot. That sounds... I could use one of those right about now. The hour grows late, but my resolve to purge the heretics has never been brighter.
Desolate zone, likely to be hostile.
Oh, I see why they call you Espresso shot. The way you charge forward with such haste. It is quite admirable, I see. Unfortunately, I'm but a measly psyker, and my stamina is not what I wish it were. I guess you could say my fellow has skipped leg day on this day. Oh yes, I'll be like Hugo, I shall slide. Yes, yes. That's good for the leg day, yes. My legs feel stronger already. Ah, yes, yes, I've grown fond of this dance. The manners of this realm are a little bit unfamiliar to me, but we're burning the heretics all the same, that's all that matters. Alright. Alright, I need to be using this alt fire mode, because it is very fun and very appropriate. And it actually does have some chain lightning jumping from target to target abilities. Not as much as the smite ability, but it's still pretty pleasant. Keeping an eye out for those skulls if I can find them. Like I'm... That yoinking motion. Almost like I'm yanking a lasso. It doesn't always kill, especially when it's not fully charged. There we go, yes. Just notice my gloved hands. Actually, rubber gloves is probably not a bad strategy when it comes to trying to wrangle this electric power, because I kind of see it coming back to shock you if you're not dressed properly for the occasion. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry, my praising of the Emperor grew so fast I had to belch. There's either a buildup of gas or in my stomach, or a buildup of pride for the Emperor. There we go. Yes. Oh, sometimes the flames startle me a little bit. I forgot that's the holy flames of a zealot. Nothing to be fearful of. Ah, this person wishes to challenge in melee combat. I shall accept and emerge victorious without wasting a single breath. Back to the staff for a little bit. Ooh, this would be an interesting place to keep one of those skulls from us, but I don't see it anywhere. It's probably safe. Try to keep an eye out for those when I can. Actually, there's some green over here. Could this be... Oh, it's nothing. Except something was shooting at me. So uncivilized. Some grenades. Oh, I see the gunners. Now, one of these guys, I'll target him so everyone can see. Ooh, yes, I will grab that. Thank you. Thank you very much. That is a most helpful thing to snag indeed. Ooh, that one. Yeah, let's not let that seep into our heads. That would be no good. I'm surprised I was able to reach. Sometimes this ability is a little bit hard to keep track of. It's easy to overreach. Did that not reach? Ooh, 96. Yeah, that's too high. That's too high. A little bit hot. There we go. The Dread Gunner's done. Not a moment too soon. Oh. Almost missed some key resources. Imperium can always use more resources in its coffers. Couldn't quite reach him, but that's fine. If he wishes to be dispensed, he will catch up to us all the same. Don't see the heretical idols yet, although there's other signs of heresy. Ah, yes, all right. Very good. Very good indeed. Yes, we engage. We engage the dance. We take the proper victory stance.
I'm used to people being scared of me. My beloved thinks they aren't scared enough.
Ammunition, health, all very glorious. I must say, this mission has been going quite well. I feel implored to point out this mission is going quite well. I'm almost wondering if there are surprises laying in wait. But I have full confidence this squad is performing more than adequately. I believe we've got what it takes. There we go, yes. Oh, he never actually died. Okay, I saw him get extra crispy. I thought for sure he was finished. Woo! The fire burns, but that's okay. It'll burn the heretics all the same. That is the most satisfying scene, seeing so many villains getting wrangled in my grasp. Why, it's almost enough to you know, be having a little bit of fun with this. And I know purging heretics is serious business, but we can have a little fun too, can't we? Between friends. You know, one time I had so much fun purging heretics. I had a certain event last for longer than 4 hours. It was a bit embarrassing, but the Emperor inspires us in ways that are not always standard. At least that's what Mother always said. And that's, of course, nothing to say of how the first time I had heard the whispers of the void was during a very pleasant dream, upon which I awoke and saw that my sheets had been soiled. My mother assured me it was just the warp whispering to me in ways to bless the Emperor, but we washed the sheets and never spoke of it again. Anyway, on to more serious business. That heretical idol has been dispatched. Well done, Master Espresso. Oh, apologies, I'm a little slow, but well, you see this screen name, his name, they call him PsykerHobbit. He's got these short legs, you see. He means well, but he's a small and not quite nimble fellow. Would you believe that PsykerHobbit, he's actually 5'3", and he did not get picked for the basketball team in high school? I know, it's just a pity. Apparently there's not much demand for 5'3" short king. They call them short kings, right? In that sport. Oh, well, listen to me discussing sports when there's heresy afoot. Oh yes, here we go. This is what I was waiting for. Although nothing quite compares to that moment we had earlier where we were able to juggle multiple villainries. He's been dispatched. Oh, not fully though. Oof, that was painful. A moment too soon. Oh, I got dropped. Oh, that was my mistake. I was a little bit further out than I thought. Oh, thank you for the assist, Hugo. When they ask for commendations at HQ, I'll put in a good word for all of you. Now that was a satisfying explosion. Oh, now one of these beasts. Whoa! Okay, I landed safely. It was a little scary there. The only damage I sustained was to my pride. Just yank that out of there. There we go. That terrible thing known as a head. Whew, just the nick of time. Appreciate the assist. Thank you. That was a little bit dicey. This relay station TRS 150 is quite adept at evading us indeed. But not for long. Ooh, healing, yes. Oh, yes, I'll gladly take that.
A metacognizant once told me I was delusional.
I got this corruption in my health bar. We can't allow that. Whew. I've never felt better. Thank you. You know, I'm told they have these devices in your realms as well. These things called elevators. You know, I've heard that they're controlled by this artificial intelligence. You know, in the realm I come from, artificial intelligence is a terrible thing, and we use the horrifically enslaved brains of like prisoners of war to power our elevators. And open our doors, and believe it or not, flush our toilets. Can you imagine committing a sin so heinous that the Emperor deems that you must be powering a toilet for all of eternity? That sounds pretty awful to me, although there's, I think, those who would gain enjoyment out of such things. I can't pretend to understand them, but hey, if you want to be a toilet for life, what the fuck am I to judge? Oh, Saldar needs assistance. Saldar will provide assistance post-haste. Sorry, Saldar, I might have been telling a tale that was maybe a little bit disturbing to you. It is disturbing, believe you me. It is very serious. There we go. Saldar rejoins us. Yes, all is well. Vertical icon, well done. Well done, Master Espresso. Your eye for these things is second to none. I hope to one day have the familiarity with these lands to be able to spot those skills better myself. Got that thing. Oh, there's somebody is shooting me. Ah, speak of the devil. Ooh, that's a sneaky one. Haha, yes. Yes, I feel better already. I'm what do they call it in your realm? I'm helping? Yes, I believe that's what they say.
Ammo! Watch the shadows! There could be anything out there. Ammo! I'll have it!
With so much ammo. Glorious.
Grenade!
I'm sorry, I'm still thinking about the toilet thing. Can you imagine people willingly wanting to operate in a toilet?
Which infestation is this?
For all of eternity. Just imagine. It's just hard to... Yes, actually, Hugo, that's the exact phrase, that's the exact motion they make. For those that like the toilet thing, they make that motion with their hands, and it's all rather profane. I can't pretend to understand it. To that, all I can say is they all need the Emperor. That's what I say. You all need Emperor, is what I say to that. I'm gonna put down a shield. This is getting a little bit spicy for the pepper, as they say. Oh, thank you for the assist, Salado. That guy was being very unwelcoming. Hugo needs assistance. Hugo, I'm right here, my friend. Oh, someone's got you. Good, good, good. Yes. Oh, but they got interrupted. There we go. Yes, I'll protect. Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh, please, no. Oh, that's okay. I'm keeping the beast company. There we go. Hugo's back up. That charging beast was all manner of horrid. Right, melee is what this man desires. Melee is what I shall provide. All right, that was a little bit tricky. Yeah, the daemon. Yeah, they do us no favors. Oh, but a heal station. Oh, thank the Emperor's light.
Best not to wait for what's to set in.
I will join you on the next floor. Yeah, the corruption. Yeah, I saw him too. In fact, I realize he's still with us. Interloping on the second floor. I will join you. Oh, well done. These creatures find no shortage of arteries to emerge from and crevices to explore. The demonic growth. Oh, the demonic growth is still here. We shall purge it all the same. Ah, thank you for the blessing, Master Zealot. Ooh, and thank you, Hugo, for helping dispense those fools. I was trying to cool down, and they got the best of me. I could learn a thing or two, but by borrowing more from the Zealot methodology of dispensing with close quarter combat. These creatures are most vicious. Oops. I was what you say, between a rock and a hard place. Yeah, I might have to hunker down for just a moment. Actually, no, no, we're okay, we're okay. Yeah, Saladar's here. Yeah, we'll finish this man with melee combat. There we go. I'm trying to borrow once again from the Zealot methodology here. Oh, that flames. Ooh, those flames are not doing anybody any favors here. I will dispatch the creature. Or I'll try at least. There we go. Yes, he's down. Just do one of those. Enough to push him down. Ah, the bridge approaches. Good. Not a moment too soon. This is getting quite heated. just enough to wet their whistles a little bit, or I guess dry their whistles, since they're electrified to a crisp, as they so deserve. This demonic growth knows no bounds. We shall have to teach it some. Oof. There we go. Yes, doing what we do best. Not sure what that crackling was, that crackling energy. Some yellow sparks. Not sure what that was, but pretty sure it was something that our Master Zealot was performing. So you're just a onesie-twosie, and you shall be nothing more. No shortage of crowds to be controlled in this realm. Well, as they wish, they shall indeed be controlled. Ooh, 99. We got it real close. Sometimes we must fly close to the sun to really experience the Emperor's light. That sounded more prophetic in my head, but I think it makes sense all the same. Yes, yes. 86, a little bit high. Oh, I got webbed. These foul creatures are of no use to us. Thank you, Hugo. You always had my back, Hugo. Don't think I won't remember that for eternity. I'll make sure the commanding officers hear of your bravery. And I need to switch from melee to electricity. I mean, their metal armor, it's just perfect. There we go. 1E and a 2E, and that's what we love to see here. All right, the door approaches. The extraction point awaits. The most joyous occasions. Ah, yes, the veritable bus driver I've heard so much about. Thank you, bus driver, for picking us up. Ah, yes, we're positively bursting with joy. Oh, I have something for this. Hold on. Yes, I've been informed. Oh, whoops, I pressed the wrong button. That's okay. I was going to do the jacking motion, but instead I just injected something. Excellent show, lads. We showed those blasphemers what for. That demonic growth, it was rather unpleasant. Oh, the voices of the void tell me that a friend has joined us. Indeed, 8 voices have joined us from the veritable Game Fox TV. So Game Fox, you may be a little bit perturbed about what's happening. So normally, this station is held by the veritable PsykerHobbit. But you see, he's been playing a lot of the Psyker class in this simulation. You might call it a video game. To me, it's a simulation. He's been playing the Psyker class a lot. And, well, the warp has altered him slightly and he needs to rest. So it is me, PsykerHobbit, who is performing tonight in his stead. Game Fox TV, I appreciate you bringing your fine individuals here to join us for this evening. That is very kind of you. The voice of PsykerHobbit enters my mind and tells me that you are one of the good ones. He informs me that you are a very kind and generous individual. In fact, the voices of the void tell me to give you a shout out. And it goes thusly. We are engaging in what some would refer to as role-playing for the evening. Sounds like blasphemy to me, sounds like heresy. But all the same, it is very much appreciated. I see we're playing another simulation called Luca, Born of a Dream. Now, actually, PsykerHobbit played the sequel to that game, as luck would have it. So, you know, I bet PsykerHobbit would have some experience with such things. Thank you, Elixir, as well. Game Fox, thank you for that raid. Friends, the downside is the timing is unfortunate. This has been a very enjoyable evening, but for you see, my energy stuffs grow low and I grow slightly weary from an evening of purging heretics and vanquishing foes and praising the Emperor and fighting for the Imperium and for mankind, you see. But the hour grows late. But there will be more streams soon. Now, for those who have become accustomed to me, PsykerHobbit, I have the sad news is that SuperHobbit will be returning most shortly. But who knows, maybe he'll have me back on some future occasion, and maybe I'll have armor. I'm sorry, I'll have an outfit that's a little bit more befitting for our avatar. Maybe I'll have some kind of armor thing I can wear on top of my hood and on top of my robe. But thank you to GameFox. Yes, Luca, Born of a Dream. Yes, the sequel seemed very involved. Seemed like it had a very unique aesthetic and a very edgy story. It was a bit much. It was a bit much. It's not everyone's kind of game. It's not everyone's kind of game. It's an odd one. I'm sorry, simulation, because there's no video games this land. Only simulations for their realms, you see. Well, once again, GameFox, thank you for that raid. I'm receiving a message from SuperHobbit. He asks me to implore you for a clip. He says whenever somebody raids, he loves showing a clip of what they were doing on their streams. So if you have a clip to share, either a Twitch clip or a TikTok video, the voice of SuperHobbit implores me to say that whenever somebody raids us, it is very nice and very kind, and the least we can do is to give them not just a shout out, but show others a sample of what their content is like. And that will give me time, as I close up the game, that'll give me time to find a raid target of my own, because the voice of SuperHobbit, of all the voices in the void, his is the strongest right now, and he tells me that, yes, we should end our stream, our broadcast, by sending some others to, sending all of us, rather, to another individual to, as he says, keep the party going. We'll go into webcam mode while we're closing the game down. Thank you to GameFox. Thank you to all of those who joined us on today's questing against the heretics and purging the blasphemers. We had many nice individuals, some of which were what some would call randos on the internet, but others were friends of the channel, and some new folks who joined in specifically from the stream. That's very kind. Or you can probably tell, although I may be a powerful psyker in real life, my experience in this simulation is a little bit meager. So having some experienced comrades makes all the difference, and I appreciate you all greatly. SuperHobbit might play this game again tomorrow or Tuesday. We shall see. But he will probably be performing as himself. I don't think I will be coming back anytime soon necessarily, but fear not, because I never go away fully. I just I slumber and wait for my next opportunity to take over the show. There's many people live tonight, though. No clips tonight. That's perfectly fine. Time for some doggies, of course, GameFox. Thank you for that raid, though. But yeah, the mechanics of Luca, that's what SuperHobbit said. He said the gameplay mechanics were solid. The story and the aesthetic was a bit overwhelming, and again, not to everybody's liking, but he said the gameplay and the Souls-like combat was quite satisfying, he said. I believe those were his words. Of course, I feel implored to type in this command right here. That is the socials page. The voices tell me that is SuperHobbit's social media links, and also his Discord link. We spoke earlier of the Discord server. That is SuperHobbit's nexus for keeping up with himself and his community outside of his broadcasts. And it's worth mentioning that not only is it a great way to hang out with all of us outside of streams, but also SuperHobbit will be rolling some raffles on this Friday evening. The plan is that he will have a number of these things called Steam keys for Darktide, the simulation we were just playing, and Boltgun, another phenomenal, what you would refer to as Warhammer 40k, a Warhammer 40k simulation. We'll have multiple keys for Darktide and multiple keys for Boltgun, both entries in this 40k universe. And we'll be doing those giveaways through the Discord server. So make sure you join the Discord server so you can be part of the raffles. All you'll have to do is post a message into the giveaway channels that are set up for both games. You can post one message in each channel for one entry into the raffle. For either game, that is. But anyway, so that concludes tonight's broadcast. Thank you again to GameFox for raiding into us. And again, thank you to the players. We had Riley and Not This Again. We had Prime Universe, Not Anti-Jack. We had a number of nice folks join in and offer their service to us in assisting and in purging the heretics. and praising the Emperor, of course. There's a number of noble individuals, not purging heretics necessarily, but they're definitely pursuing their own objectives in their own realms, and we can raid many of them. I would say let's raid into this gentleman who was kind enough to raid Super Hobbit one time. His name, they call him Referee Clark. He is one of Super Hobbit's Dare Drop companions, I do believe. I know not for how much longer he'll be streaming. Oh, fie. Looks like he just ended his stream. It matters now. We'll find someone else. There's always more where that came from. Also, I should mention, if anybody has a recommended raid target, Super Hobbit is telling me that sometimes that's a nice thing to do too, is to request a raid target if anybody has one. But if not, there's a few other folks I can raid into. There's never a shortage of nice folks to hang out with. The hour draws late. It is nearly 2 a.m. That is quite late in the Central Standard Time. Now, Humstorm is live. You know, we have not had a chance to, or Super Hobbit has not had a chance to raid into Humstorm before. Or not in a long time, at least. It's nice seeing her getting back into the saddle. Apparently, she had to go off stream for a while. I believe she moved to another place of residence. So if nothing else, we can raid Humstorm. Super Hobbit tells me she is, and I quote, quite hilarious and quite fun and quite charming. I think you will like her a lot, based on Hobbit's description. He assures me she partakes in very little heresy. Very, very trace amounts of heresy. I would prefer zero heresy, but I mean, trace amounts is, you know, better than anything more than that, I suppose. We'll take what we can get, I suppose. She seems nice. She has a cool, what you call a VTuber setup in your realm. She has a VTuber setup, and that sounds very pleasant. And like I said, probably not too much heresy. Honestly, we all delve in a little bit of heresy from time to time, right? Just between friends. We can say that, right? Anyway, the raid begins soon, and that adjourns tonight's broadcast. Thank you. Thank you, and salutations to you all. Everyone have a great night. Get a restful slumber, so that way you can begin the week by praising the Emperor. By praising the Emperor and purging the heretics, all the same on a well-rested spirits. And once again, Super Hobbit will most likely be joining you tomorrow. He will probably be playing a different game on the morrow, actually. He'll probably be playing a game called Synergy, which the voices tell me is a city management, colony management kind of game. A little bit different from this Warhammer thing, but it still sounds pleasant. Have a good night. Thank you again for popping in. Thank you again to the folks who joined us for some games. Everyone, have a good night, and Super Hobbit implores me to say, I'll see you on the Flippy Dippy. All right, good night, everybody. Oh, what's this? Super Hobbit is having me... He's whispering one last thought. He tells me to show you... Oh, what's that? A dank meme? What is a dank meme? By the Emperor's Light. Okay, here. He says to click this button here.
Vem aí, a barata Jossukirigashikata.
Them. Tell them how much I appreciate them. I'm about to die. Why didn't I heal when I was at the ship? What is wrong with me? 7, 6, 5, 4. Oh no!